at the Maryland Science Center. One lucky group wins the grand prize, a behind-the-scenes tour of M&T Bank Stadium with a special guest. To learn how your school can be part of Sacks for Science, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/Sacks for Science. The Ravens have the number one run defense in the NFL. They're only giving up on average 60 yards a game. Washington has the number 2 run offense behind only the Ravens. Would you say this is one of the bigger tests for the run defense this year, or are Washington's numbers skewed a little bit since Jaden Daniels runs so much?
It is. I think it is because of Jaden Daniels gets out of the pocket and he makes plays with his feet. Very similar to Lamar, but this year, Derrick Henry is having a lot of big plays in the run game for the Ravens. I think the biggest thing when you look at the Commanders, if you can flush him out of the pocket, but flush him to the left, so going away from his passing arm and throwing against the grain instead of him flushing him to the right. The right is, we've been seeing throughout this whole year so far, he gets flushed to the right. He's dropping dimes 50 yards down the field. Make him do that opposite of his body. That is harder to do for quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks in the National Football League, really in any league. So I think if I'm Zach and Dean Peeves, I'm putting pressure together and some type of rush formula together where if he does get flushed out, because we want to keep him in the pocket, but if he does get flushed out, it's to his left, where they're throwing the ball down the field, it's harder to do.
Straight ahead, we talk to Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at WawaCatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's new football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners. LidoPizza.com.
When it's time to move the ball down the field, you need Fidelity Mechanical Services on your team. Fidelity is the Mid-Atlantic region's premier provider of high-performance design-build mechanical systems and energy-saving solutions. Their proactive world-class service groups are the winning play. Fidelity Mechanical Services has been dedicated to service excellence since 1945. That's why the region's leading businesses, developers, and property managers rely on Fidelity Mechanical Services to design, build, and maintain their high-performance building systems.
Innovation is the key to a carbon-free future, and Constellation is leading the way. We're helping businesses reduce greenhouse gas emissions, reach sustainability goals, and support a healthier environment in our communities with customized solutions using emerging technologies. Together, we'll create a cleaner, brighter future for your business. Power on, America. Learn more at constellation.com/poweron.
Brought to you by Wise Markets. Hey football fans, Wise Markets has everything to make your tailgate party a game changer.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
This is Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Time to hear from Ravens head coach John Harbaugh. Here is Jerry Sandusky on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coach, the Ravens and Commanders both ranking 1 and 2 in rushing yards this season. Is this a game where success starts with winning at the line of scrimmage and then making sure the opponent doesn't?
Well, yes. I mean, it's kind of both front end and back end in the sense that if they run the ball well, they get to 2nd and short, 3rd and short, that's going to give them the whole playbook. So we want to try to get them in 3rd and long as much as we can, taking away, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 yard runs on either one of those downs is going to be big, challenging, because the quarterback kind of creates a lot of that stuff as well. Even when he drops back and passes, he'll scramble and do it. Then the other thing is you got to keep him from throwing the ball downfield. I mean, let him throw it in front of you, go tackle him, tip passes, those kind of things. But we can't be having seams and overs and go routes be completed on us downfield. Can't allow those big plays.
Derrick Henry understandably drawing a great deal of attention, and all of a sudden we're starting to see Charlie Kohler make plays, Tyler Wallace make plays, Justice Hill's been making plays all season long. Is this the entire offense benefiting from defenses having to put so much attention on Henry?
Well, yeah, I think it's just they got to attend to a lot of people. That's the nice thing about it. We've got a lot of guys, and the offense is built in such a way that we can get the ball to those guys at different times, and a lot of it's post-snap based on what Lamar sees. It might be even pre-snap based on what he sees in terms of getting into a play, but even post-snap, the reads he makes in the run game and the pass game gives different guys a chance to get the ball at different times.
Every so often in my research, I'll come across a stat that I have to triple check because it doesn't make sense at first. Washington is in no huddle 50% of the time. That's twice as much as anybody in the NFL. How does that impact the way you put together your defensive game plan?
Well, it impacts the way we communicate our calls for sure, because they're going to be at the line. It's not always real fast. A lot of times they get up there and they kind of organize, they substitute, they look at what you're doing, they make a play call at the line, they pretend like they've got a quick call. Sometimes they'll snap it quick, sometimes they won't. So you got to have a call ready, but it's also on them too, because in a loud stadium, they've got to communicate at the line, not in the huddle. They've got to make sure they get their cadence right. They've got to make sure everybody knows the play. So, we're hoping that we can try to out-communicate our defense, out-communicate their offense in that environment today.
Coach, good luck today against the Washington Commanders.
Thanks, Jared.
Coming up, we get you ready for kickoff of today's game. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2024 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Sponsored by the Johns Hopkins Heart and Vascular Institute, providing a multidisciplinary approach to the research and treatment of cardiovascular disease. With locations across Maryland and the National Capital Region, accessing Johns Hopkins advanced and comprehensive cardiac services has never been more convenient. Find a cardiologist or cardiac surgeon near you by visiting hopkinsmedicine.org/heart today.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy.
This is my legacy.
Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
And now, fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Don't be afraid to ask for advice.
Your first pick? Quarterback.
No. All the good running backs go first.
All the more reason to steal a QB.
I'm telling you, auto draft. I'm pretty sure it's how the real teams do it.
Or just change your game to Ravens Scratch-Offs. You could win up to $200,000 instantly. Or great second chance prizes like season tickets for 20 years. No drafting required. Please play responsibly.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2024 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
The Maryland Mortgage Program is making home ownership affordable. We offer home loans with down payment assistance, student debt relief, and more. Visit mmp.maryland.gov to learn more.
It's time to get ready for kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Crowd continues filing in here for the Week 16 showdown between the Ravens and the Washington Commanders. A beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's going to be a little bit on the warm side. Temperatures in the mid-70s this afternoon. Two teams riding red-hot streaks. The Ravens have won 3 in a row. The Commanders have won 4 in a row. Rod, the talk around national media is this the coming out party for the Commanders where they really make the splash on the national scene? To me, that's the question that the Ravens get the chance to answer.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a Raven, no. It's not a coming out party. It's not in my house, not on my field. This is my home, and we're not going to let anybody have a party unless you're wearing a purple jersey today. And Commanders have played well. Nobody thought the Commanders were going to be 4-1. Nobody thought that. But for the Ravens, they got to come out and show, hey, we're 3-2, but we're the best 3-2 team in the National Football League.
Ravens fans, we ask you to visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines Captain of the Game. You can win tickets to a 2024 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards, bonus points, and a whole lot more. Time now for Rod's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Coppin State University.
You must take advantage of the Commanders' run defense, give up 130 yards, which is 20th or 22nd in the National Football League, but 5.1 per carry to running back, which is 31st. And defensively, you cannot give up explosive pass plays today. You got to keep everything in front of them. And then you have to make Jaden Daniels, you got to get him out of the pocket. If you flush him out of the pocket, you got to flush him to the left side. Don't let him go to the right side where he can throw the ball down the field too easily.
Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff is next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Want to take ESPN 630 wherever you go?
Today, Junior?
Download the newly designed ESPN 630 app from the App Store on your iPhone or the Google Play Store. Use your hands-free setting or Bluetooth connection in your car.
Sensational.
And listen to us no matter how close or far you are from DC. And don't miss a second of your favorite shows from anywhere in the world.
Oh, there it is.
ESPN 630, the sports capital. Now worldwide from your phone.
More than 45,000 flights and 2.9 million passengers move through the national airspace system each day. And every day, aviation safety professionals represented by the National Air Traffic Controllers Association are on the job, keeping travelers safe. From taxiways to takeoff, en route to landing, NATCA members put safety first. They are the caretakers of the skies, guiding both passenger and cargo air traffic to their destinations safely and efficiently. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, we guide you home.
Orioles Review with Andy Poland can be heard every week on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. on ESPN 630 and is presented by Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669, saving lives and protecting property for over 100 years.
I want you to imagine for a moment you're in a hospital. You are the patient connected to an IV bag. There's a constant parade of serious doctors, countless tests, endless pokes, and a serious diagnosis. Scary surgeries are followed by painful recoveries. You're in the hospital for days, weeks, months. Now imagine experiencing all of these things and you're only a child. This is why Starlight exists. To bring happiness to hospitalized children through programs that help kids cope, build resilience, and change their outlook. Because happiness matters. Visit starlight.org to learn more.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
A pristine day in Baltimore. Light blue skies. Not much of a wind. Temperatures in the mid-70s. It is spectacular October weather as the Ravens and Washington captains meet at the Shield logo midfield. Our referee today is Land Clark. He'll be conducting a coin toss as we get set for Week 6 of the NFL season. Let's head down to the field as the captains separate, and we'll listen into the coin toss.
Captain, what is your call?
Heads.
The call is heads. And it is heads. You won the toss. Washington has won the toss and elected to defer their choice to the second half. Baltimore will receive. Which way would you like to kick?
Towards our tunnel.
Baltimore's choice this half. They will receive. Good luck.
And we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
Ravens have scored on their first possession every game so far this season. They'll try to keep that string alive today. And Rod, would seem like a crucial part of the Ravens' game plan to force Washington with a rookie quarterback to play from behind.
You want them to play from behind, but you want to make them one-dimensional. You don't want to give them opportunity to run the football and then be able to play past that off of that. If you can make the offense one-dimensional, especially with a rookie quarterback, even though he's been tremendous in his first 5 weeks, if you can make him do that consistently throughout the game, I think the advantage goes to the Ravens.
Ravens are wearing their home uniforms, black helmets, purple jerseys with white numbers, white pants with purple and black striping. Washington wearing their burgundy helmets, white jerseys with burgundy numbers, and burgundy pants with no striping. Deep for the Ravens will be Deontay Hardy and Justice Hill. Boy, Justice Hill has become such a valuable member of this team. Offense, special teams.
Yeah, he played well last year for the Ravens and didn't get a lot of opportunities, but this year he's getting to show his abilities to make plays in space.
Has really become a great compliment to Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Washington's Austin Seibert has set the ball in the tee. Crowd continues to arrive for this Battle of the Beltways. Only 32 miles separate these two teams. This afternoon, a win or a loss will separate them as well. Seibert is set. Crowd is on edge. Seibert approaches the ball, and we are underway in week 6. High end-over-end kick. This one's returnable. Hill takes it a yard out of the end zone, brings it across the 15, 20, 25, darts his way across the 30, and a nice return to the 35-yard line as we set that starting offensive line for the Ravens. Left to right, it will be Ronnie Stanley. Pat McCary will be at left guard. The center will be Tyler Linderbaum. Daniel Fa'alele will be at right guard. Roger Rosengarten will be at right tackle. The tight end will be Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. Derrick Henry in the backfield. Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers at wide receiver. 1st and 10 Ravens at their 34. Lamar on first down. Hands it to Henry. Sweeping to the right side. Powers his way forward for about 3 yards to the 36-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the veteran, 9-time All-Pro interior linebacker, with the first tackle of the day.
And Bobby still can flow from sideline to sideline, but interesting that they were in a pair slot. They ran to the pair that time. Most of the times when you see that type of look, they go to the open side of the field because you have less defenders to that open side.
2nd down and 8 for the Ravens on the opening drive. Zay Flowers comes in motion to the left. Lamar throws it quickly to Flowers, looking for a block, cross the 40. He's got room, midfield. Flowers at the 40. Washington 30 down the sideline, 20, and he's finally knocked out of bounds there. A simple bubble screen, and Zay Flowers explodes down the sideline for a gain of 44 yards.
And I don't know if that was just miscommunication by the Commanders, because both the defenders went to the outside, and Zay Flowers, he sees that. He cuts back up inside, doesn't get touched until he's about 30 yards down the field.
And that's a play the Commanders like to run. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Washington 20. Flowers in motion to the left. Give us to Henry. Tries to bounce to the outside, but he's cut off his feet right at the line. He may have gotten half a yard on the play.
And you got to give credit to Bateman on that last play for making that block down the field, and he did a great job. That's one thing I love about the receiving corps for the Ravens, that Bateman, Aguilar, all those guys love to block, and that's one of the main reasons that the Ravens' run game works so well.
And the Ravens on their opening drive find their way into the Old Bay red zone for the first time today. Lamar will spread out 3 receivers to the left, Bateman to the right. Justice Hill in the backfield. Lamar stands in the shotgun. On second down, takes the snap, steps up, fires quickly, through the hands and intercepted, through Mark Andrews' hands and picked off. Coming back near side to the 40-yard line. It is Mike Sanristo with the interception. He'll return it across midfield. And just like that, the Ravens' opening drive goes in reverse, and Washington captures the early momentum.
Yeah, Mark Andrews lets that ball go through his hand, is out a little wide as he tips it. He tips it right to the defender, making it easier interception, but you get those tips and overthrows. That's something that you don't want from the offensive side.
Commanders ball when we get back on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Dropping the ball on maintaining your health? Johns Hopkins Medical Imaging is here to help. With locations close to home or work, we make it easy to schedule the radiology exam you need when you need it. From routine mammograms to comprehensive CT scans, we make all your radiology exams comfortable and easy with our highly trained experts who have the skill, passion, and determination to keep you in the game. For clear results and compassionate care, visit Johns Hopkins Medical Imaging.
If you have an appetite for saving money, then you should get the ROFO Rewards app from Royal Farms. Use the ROFO Rewards app to place mobile orders for pickup or delivery and earn royalty points to redeem for free stuff. And right now, new ROFO Rewards members will get a free any-size coffee for signing up. You can download the ROFO Rewards app at the Apple App Store or Google Play today. You'll find it's a very appealing app to have. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
When it's time to move the ball down the field, you need Fidelity Mechanical Services on your team. Fidelity is the Mid-Atlantic region's premier provider of high-performance design-build mechanical systems and energy-saving solutions. Their proactive world-class service groups are the winning play. Fidelity Mechanical Services has been dedicated to service excellence since 1945. That's why the region's leading businesses, developers, and property managers rely on Fidelity Mechanical Services to design, build, and maintain their high-performance building systems.
The first turnover of the day, a Mike Sanristo interception of a ball off the hands of Mark Andrews, gives Washington their first possession at the Ravens' 49. Prior to that play, Lamar Jackson had been flawless in the red zone, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. But now there is that demerit for the first interception on a ball that was thrown a little wide of the target, but was still potentially catchable.
They got an alert shot. As soon as you get across the 50-yard line, they got to be talking about that.
On first down, they give it to Austin Eckler, bounces off a tackler, runs in between the hash marks and gets down to the Ravens' 44-yard line. He'll get 5 on the play before Trenton Simpson makes the tackle.
Yeah, anytime they get across the line, and they go no huddle, so they keep them at the line of scrimmage. It's what the Commanders like to do.
Jaden Daniels on 2nd and 5 out of the shotgun. His first pass attempt of the day. Plenty of time. Throws. And it is caught for a short gain to the 41-yard line as Noah Brown came with the reception. And it will set up a 3rd down and 2. Well, Jaden Daniels is the first player in NFL history to have 1,000 passing yards and 250 rushing yards in his first 5 career games. Not the first player this year. Not the first player this decade. The first player ever. On 3rd and 2, Daniels in the shotgun. Eckler to his left. Now he shifts to his right. Daniels takes the snap, wants to throw. Swing pass, he's got Eckler wide open at the 30, makes the catch. And he's going to be wrestled down by Marcus Williams, but not until he gets down to the Ravens 16.
Yeah, whoever, if that was man, they got to make sure they understand where Eckler's going. Eckler's a good running back coming out of the backfield catching the football. They just ran a rail route, and nobody went with him.
Washington stays in that no huddle. Daniels will keep it off the read option, tries to bounce to the outside, and he'll be taken down immediately for no gain. Marlon Humphrey turned him to the inside. Trenton Simpson and Nnamdi Matabike were right there to encourage Daniels to get down to the turf.
Yeah, they ran that inverted wishbone, and Van Noy came off the edge unblocked. And anytime you see the quarterback put the ball in the belly of the running back, you should tell Van Noy, hit number 5. We need to have him touched every single time he does that, and not have him give up that football to the running back.
Second down and 10 in the Old Bay red zone. Daniels, swing pass, complete. But for a short gain to only the 14-yard line, that's Olamide Zacchaeus on the reception. And Marlon Humphrey had the tackle. It puts Washington into a 3rd down and 7 with 10:30 to play in the opening quarter. If you are joining us late, the Ravens moved the ball right down the field on their first possession. And then Lamar Jackson's pass bounced off the hands of Mark Andrews into the hands of Washington defensive back Mike Sanristo. And now Washington with the ball, 3rd down and 7 at the Ravens 13. Jaden Daniels in the shotgun. Has McNichols to his left. Daniels wants to throw. Pocket collapsing. He is corralled and sacked back at the 25-yard line. It was Travis Jones getting to the quarterback first. Travis Jones has done just about everything right this season. Now you can put a sack in his accomplishments this year as well.
Yeah, that is a great rush by Travis Jones, winning a one-on-one because for the Ravens, luckily he did, because the receiver came open that went to the right pylon, left pylon. So Jaden Daniels could not see the receiver come open. The great thing for Mr. Jones, getting back there in the backfield and getting that sack.
Austin Seibert on for a 42-yard field goal try. His kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Ravens defense limits Washington to a field goal, and with 9:11 to play in the opening quarter of Week 6, it is the Commanders 3, the Ravens nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Halloween's coming alive at Target. Jackie and Gordy the Jack-O-Lanterns here with a front porch view of Target's Halloween deals, like 20% off costumes with Target Circle. We're talking rock stars, witches, princesses.
Ooh, I think I'd look good with a cape.
I think so too, Gordy. Plus, hit the trick-or-treat jackpot with 20% off candy.
Now that's how you get porch traffic.
This week only, save 20% on costumes with Target Circle and 20% off candy. Make your Halloween come alive at Target. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sounds like you heard about our Mobile One giveaway. Right now, you can get a free Red Bull racing sign when you buy 5 quarts of Mobile One motor oil. And you can enter to win a signed undershirt from F1 champion Max Verstappen. Find Mobile One at any one of our 6,300 stores or on AutoZone.com. Ends November 18th. No purchase necessary for giveaway.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See AutoZone.com for details.
More than 45,000 flights and 2.9 million passengers move through the national airspace system each day. And every day, aviation safety professionals represented by the National Air Traffic Controllers Association are on the job, keeping travelers safe. From taxiways to takeoff, en route to landing, NATCA members put safety first. They are the caretakers of the skies, guiding both passenger and cargo air traffic to their destinations safely and efficiently. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, we guide you home.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's like tiny nails in the air poke my lungs. I start to cough. I feel like I'm choking. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
3-0 Commanders in front of the Ravens. 9:11 to play in the opening quarter. The Ravens defense coming up with a crucial sack to force the Commanders to kick the field goal. Travis Jones delivering the first sack for science, powered by Constellation. And that is where we stand here in the opening frame of Week 6. And the battle of these two teams that stand only 32 miles apart. And their fan base is commingling throughout the stadium today here in Baltimore. Seibert, after his 42-yard field goal, kicking off to Deontay Hardy. Hardy will field it at the 5. Brings it outside the numbers 10 to the 20. Far side of the field, 30. And Deontay Hardy taken down there. So take 2 for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. They moved the ball efficiently on the first possession, but then turned it over in the red zone.
Yeah, anytime you play in the National League, you got to make sure you take care of the football. And Lamar threw the ball just a little bit too much in front of Mark Andrews. But Mark Andrews has been such a sure-handed receiver for Lamar over the years. Lamar trusts him to make those type of catches.
The Ravens brought a couple of notable streaks into this game. They now have 44 consecutive games with at least 1 sack. Looking for 39 straight games, rushing for more than 100 yards. On first down, they give it to Henry up the middle. He's got a seam, and he barrels his way out to the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6 yards to start the drive.
And winning on first down really keeps the Ravens offense on schedule. So when you can get a 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain, anything over 3.3 yards in the first carry, that keeps the offense on schedule, and Todd Monken play calling a little bit easier.
Derrick Henry came into today averaging 6 yards a carry. Not bad for a guy who turned 30 this year. Lamar on the play fake rolls to the right. He's got room to run if he wants it. He'll tuck, and he will extend the play to the 39-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd down and 1. Very patient roll by Lamar. Rod, I like the fact that he didn't try to force anything.
Yeah, he didn't want to run it. He wanted to throw the ball down the field, and the last second he did take off with it. The one thing I love what he's doing this year so far, he's not taking any big hits. So he's learning how to get down and not take those big hits from the defenders.
Bobby Wagner pulled him down. It's 3rd and inches. Lamar keeps it on the read option. He's got room, across the 45, and he's taken off his feet at the 48-yard line. Mike Sanderstel again with the stop for Washington as the Ravens move the chains.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was going to be a bigger play for Lamar because he had a gap. He just didn't shoot it and take it. But everybody thought Derrick Henry had that football. Even I thought he had the ball, and Lamar takes it for the left sideline.
Mark Andrews blocked Sanderstel to the inside. If Lamar bounces to the outside, it's a huge play. 1st and 10 Ravens at their 49. A little shovel pass to Zay Flowers. He's got a block in front of him. Flowers all the way down to the Washington 38-yard line. He'll get 13 yards and a 1st down. Nice block by Justice Hill out on the edge.
And this is a smart idea on this drive for Todd Monken to continue to use the run. If they can't stop the run, you make them. This is like college football. It could be 35, 40 runs for the offense comparable to 18 passes.
1st and 10 Ravens. Ball is at the Washington 39. Lamar in the pistol formation. 5 yards deep in the backfield. Derrick Henry 2 yards behind him. Give us to Henry up the middle, looking for a crease. And he'll force his way for 5 yards down to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on first down is a win.
It is, and they were in their heavy package, so you had your 3 tight ends in the game. I like to see them do that at times and explode the tight ends because they're so talented and they can run routes like receivers.
6:13 to play in the opening quarter. Jerry Sandusky, Rod Woodson with you. Week 6 of the NFL season on a sunny Sunday in Baltimore. Lamar in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws to the right. He's got Zay Flowers for a 1st down at the Washington 26-yard line. Tackled immediately by Benjamin St. Juste, but not before Zay Flowers moves the chains again.
Yeah, Zay Flowers has had a big game already. A big play in the first drive. Good run. Sure-handed receiver for Lamar Jackson. He definitely trusts him throwing the ball out there.
Zay Flowers, 3 catches for 65 yards. Talking with members of the Commanders organization, they were concerned about the matchups with Zay Flowers today. Power I formation, 1st and 10 Ravens. Ball is at the Commanders 26. Quick toss. Henry sweeping to the left side. Ricard in front of him, but he doesn't have much room. He'll only get down to about the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd down And about 7 from there with 5 minutes even left to play in the opening quarter.
Just to see somebody that size coming downhill, talking about Derrick Henry, as a corner, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to tackle this guy if he makes it through the second level.
And the obvious instinct is to go low, but we've seen guys get concussions if they don't go low enough. You get hit with that 5 from Derrick Henry. Lamar in the shotgun on 2nd and 7. Takes the snap, has time, looking left, nothing there. Now he stretches the play, running to the right, fires down to the 5-yard line, incomplete. He had Zay Flowers a step in front of his man, but he led Isaiah Likely, he led him by about a yard too much. And the Ravens now face a 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, everybody's moaning and groaning because they thought that he was grabbed. The back of the jersey was getting snatched a little bit by Isaiah Likely. He did have his hand around him, kind of impeding his progress toward the ball.
Noah Igbenogany had the coverage. And now the Ravens on 3rd and 7. Shotgun formation. Justice Hill to the right of Lamar. Lamar takes the snap. No, they lose the ball on the fumbled snap. A mad scramble at the 27-yard line. And the Ravens are able to come up with a recovery as Lamar falls on the ball, but that means the kicking team will have to come on as the Ravens, for a second week in a row, running into some issues on the snap and catch. It was the center this time, as Tyler Linderbaum never got the ball close to getting back to Lamar. He lost his grip on the ball as soon as he went to snap it, and it barely moved past his legs. So Justin Tucker comes off from what will be a 45-yard field goal try. Snap is high, put down. Tucker's kick is on the way, and it is good. And Justin Tucker ties it up with 3:45 to play in quarter number 1. It's the Ravens 3, the Commanders 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
BetMGM is the sportsbook born in Vegas, and they're all in on making this pro football season special for Ravens fans. They've got same-game parlays, live bets, MGM reward points, exclusive offers, and so much more on the app. There are just some football feelings you can only get with BetMGM, official sports betting partner of the Baltimore Ravens. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager. Maryland only. Please play responsibly. For help, visit mdgamblinghelp.org or call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM National Harbor.
At Leidos, a brilliant mind is smart, but a brilliant team is smarter. A ship that finds enemy subs is smart, but an autonomous fleet, that's smarter. Defending against cyber attacks? Smart. Stopping attacks before they start? Smarter. And using AI tools is smart, but integrating trusted mission AI into your technology is smarter. We're not just making technology solutions in national security and health. We're making smart smarter. Leidos.
Hey Ravens fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Ravens football games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Bugs ruining your game day? Sounds like you need to call your friends at PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens. We're always defending your home turf from uninvited pests, including mosquitoes, bed bugs, mice, rats, termites, wildlife, and even mold. Call us today at 410-496-4154 for a free inspection, or visit our website at mypmsi.com.
All tied at 3. Quarter number 1, 3:45 to play. The opening frame, Ravens and the Commanders. Time for our view from the booth, brought to you by Goal Vision. Rod, it looks like both sides a little tentative so far on what everybody was projecting as this wild shootout.
I mean, they're moving the ball against each other, right? So the offense for the Ravens have moved the ball right down the field against the Commanders. Had to turnover and had to settle for a field goal, and then the Commanders did the same thing to the Ravens defense and had to settle for a field goal. So they are moving the ball down the field especially for the Ravens, they just got to make sure that they take care of the football. They can't keep putting the ball on the ground and giving the opportunities to get the turnovers for the Commanders.
Tyler Linderbaum fumbling the snap on 3rd and 7. Of course, the Ravens to kick a field goal as Justin Tucker kicks off. He'll boom that one out of the end zone for a touchback. Tucker connected from 45. Seibert for Washington had hit previously from 42, and that's all the scoring so far.
And I hope they got that corrected for, you got to believe that the Commanders are going to come back to that rail route that Eckler ran with nobody covered him. So they got to make sure they talk about coverage of the running backs coming out of the backfield.
Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator for Washington, former Arizona Cardinals head coach. As rookie Jaden Daniels in the shotgun on 1st down. Quick toss outside the numbers. And pulling it down is Terry McLaurin, but he is wrestled right to the turf at the 30-yard line by Kyle Hamilton. No gain.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton did a tremendous job. And McCaffrey tried to block him, and Hamilton's like, you are not going to block me, young man. Not today.
Hope Daniels wants to get the ball in the hands of the veteran McLaurin as much as possible. Came in with 23 catches and 2 touchdowns so far through 5 games. Daniels in the shotgun. Austin Eckler to his right. Blitz pressure coming. Daniels throws complete, and that time Eckler's cut off his feet by Nate Wiggins at the 30-yard line. No gain.
That's great vision by the rookie Nate Wiggins. He sees the ball come out right now, comes up and makes the tackle on that outside leg to Eckler, not letting him get going.
Well, that is the same play Washington ran on their last possession for a huge gain. So a couple of rookies squaring off as Jaden Daniels now stands in the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Takes the snap. Ravens bring blitz pressure. Daniels throws across the middle. Dropped. He threw it behind his target, Olamide Zaccheaus. And the Washington offense goes 3 and out. And the Ravens will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
And Eddie Jackson was right there to make the tackle if the ball would have been caught. Great series, great play calling by Zach Orr and getting his defense settled down, figuring out what type of defense you need to call against this Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels at the quarterback helm.
Deontay Hardy is deep, awaiting the punt from the left-footed Tress Way. His punt sails inside the 20, fielded by Hardy at the 16, looks for a block, and has to step out of bounds at the 20-yard line with a short return. Ravens ball when we get back. 2:20 to play. First quarter in Baltimore, all tied at 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Innovation is the key to a carbon-free future, and Constellation is leading the way. We're helping businesses reduce greenhouse gas emissions, reach sustainability goals, and support a healthier environment in our communities with customized solutions using emerging technologies. Together, we'll create a cleaner, brighter future for your business. Power on, America. Learn more at constellation.com/poweron.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Hey Ravens fans, feel that thirst for victory? Quench it with Baltimore's finest, a cold Guilford craft beer. Exciting news, Guilford Hall beer is now available in the Ravens Stadium. Our Baltimore Pilsner will be available at all kiosks, and make sure to bring your flock up to the brand new Gilly Nest Bar by Section 505 on game day for all the thirst-quenching Guilford offerings. And after the game, head to Maryland Yards, right across the street from Camden Yards, or visit our brewery and restaurant in Station North, just 2 blocks east of Penn Station. Cheers to victory!
At Leidos, a brilliant mind is smart, but a brilliant team is smarter. A ship that finds enemy subs is smart, but an autonomous fleet, that's smarter. Defending against cyber attacks? Smart. Stopping attacks before they start? Smarter. And using AI tools is smart, but integrating trusted mission AI into your technology is smarter. We're not just making technology solutions in national security and health. We're making smart smarter. Leidos.
Been an exchange of field goals so far. We are tied at 3 with 2:20 to play in the opening quarter. Ravens take possession at their 20-yard line. This season, when an opponent misses a field goal, you get a free 6-piece McNuggets on the McDonald's app the next day. Opponents miss a second field goal, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece. No misses so far. The misses for the Ravens have been miscues.
They shot themselves in the foot for 2 drives. They're marching right down the field. They get closer to the red zone. They shoot themselves in the foot. If they don't do that, I believe they can move the ball down the field and get a touchdown.
2 possessions. The Ravens have outgained Washington 93 yards to 25 yards, but the points dead even at 3. Pistol formation. Lamar 5 yards deep. Derrick Henry 2 yards behind him. Jackson off the play fake, throws near side. Flowers, but he'll have to spin his way forward for only a yard. So they're going to mark him no gain. Good open field tackle by the safety Percy Butler for Washington.
And when you run a smoke screen or a tunnel screen in the first drive, it's probably not the best thing to throw it to the same person on the third drive. I think Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, other players can do the exact same thing and use Zay Flowers as a decoy.
Lamar will hand it off to Derrick Henry, and Henry is taken down after a gain of only a yard as Jerzon Newton, a rookie out of Illinois, with penetration up front for Washington, and that forces the Ravens into a 3rd down and 9. Now, on their last possession, they were 3rd and 7. Tyler Linderbaum lost his grip on the ball when he went to snap it. It was a fumble. So you hope he towels his hand here on an obvious passing situation. Justice Hill in the backfield. Lamar in the shotgun on 3rd down and 9. Zay Flowers comes in motion from right to left. Washington with a 3-man defensive front. Play clock at 1. Lamar takes the snap. Washington rushes 4. Lamar under pressure. He'll be circled and sacked back at the 10-yard line. Big time pressure coming off the edge from Dante Fowler Jr. And the Ravens go 3 and out after Washington went 3 and out.
Yeah, the Commanders' defense, I believe they went to what we call wild. They start shaking their hands. You've seen both the safeties go back. It's normally a too deep look for the defense, letting everybody cross in front of them. But you got to give Lamar Jackson time in the pocket to throw against his defense.
At that time, rookie right tackle Roger Rosengarten could not handle the pressure off the edge from Dante Fowler. Jordan Stout will punt the ball away. It's a high, wobbling punt. Fielded by Zacchaeus at the 40, and he spun out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Nate Wiggins a little slow getting up at the end of that play. Holding his right arm by his side. He is up on his feet. But that's a point of concern as he comes to the sideline. And Washington will have excellent field position following the exchange of 3 and outs. Nate Wiggins will stay on the field for defense, but he is conspicuous with his right arm. We're going to keep a close eye on that.
And I think that's the same arm he hurt earlier this year where he had the sling on when he came back, I believe, in the preseason.
Washington will start the drive at midfield with 2 seconds remaining on the first quarter clock.
Now the Ravens have to get a sack or a turnover, give this ball and give this offense a short field to work with.
Not yet the shootout so many expected. It's been more of a battle of mistakes and field position. On 1st down, they give us to Austin Eckler. Eckler crosses midfield, pushes the pile forward all the way down to the 44-yard line of the Ravens. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in Baltimore. It is all tied at 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sports Centers all day and night on ESPN 630 are brought to you by NATCA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. They guide you home safely. For more info, visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, VH1, TLC, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR, so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere, for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's philo.tv.
Times of transition, whether from a sad event or a joyful one, can leave us feeling adrift. Social connections become even more important. Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health. It can lead to high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain connections to people whose relationships bring meaning to your life. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. These can be great ways to keep up your social connections and your physical and mental well-being. Visit connecttoeffect.org to see if you're at risk of social isolation and find ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
Missed opportunities, the storyline of the opening quarter, and that's why we stand at 3-3 at the start of the second quarter. Washington now moving from our right to left, looking at a 2nd and 4. Ball is at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Earlier this week, the Ravens brought back former defensive coordinator Dean Pease as a senior advisor to defensive coordinator Zach Orr. Here's Orr on that move.
He has a lot of experience around, just big picture-wise, and whatever he sees. I mean, it could be big picture, it could be with position, it could be anything. I think his knowledge and wisdom, his experience would be great.
Jaden Daniels on 2nd down from the Ravens 44 from the shotgun. Inside handoff to Austin Eckler, hit at the line and dragged down immediately. Travis Jones, the one-man wall, along with Trenton Simpson on the stop.
And the Ravens defense has to make sure that this Commanders offense doesn't get going, because they scored 10.8 points a game so far this year, which is first in the National Football League in the second quarter.
Washington has been prolific, Rod. You're right, on the scoring. They're the first team since 1970 to score 150-plus points in their first 5 games with a rookie quarterback. It is 3rd and 5 for the Commanders. Moving in the direction of the Russell Street end zone to our left. Jaden Daniels takes the snap in the shotgun. Pocket collapsing. He steps up, running to his left. He'll try to scramble. He's at the 45-40, and he runs out of bounds with a first down. Well, Rod, the Ravens did one of the things you said was one of your keys, make him run to the left, but he had enough room there to run for the first down.
Yeah, he got flushed to the left, and he wasn't looking to throw the football down the field, and that's a good thing, but you got to understand, this kid can run. He runs smooth. He's very similar to Lamar.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Daniels wants to throw on first down, looking left. Now he throws to the right. And that's Austin Eckler taken down, no gain. They have lost a yard on the play. Terrific triangulation. Brent Urban, Kyle Hamilton, and Marlon Humphrey all there for the stop.
That was great coverage down the field. He went to take a shot on a deep over route. That route was covered, double covered, by the secondary of the Baltimore Ravens. Daniels had to take that check down.
Daniels sets in the shotgun. Jeremy McNichols to his left. Off the play fake. Daniels, plenty of time. Fires down the middle, and it's dropped at the 25-yard line. Hit his target right in his hands. Olamide Zaccheaus started to run before he pulled the ball in, and he dropped an easy 15-yard gain.
Yeah, as he was turning to run, the ball just slipped back out of his hands.
And an injured Raven down deep in the secondary. Nate Wiggins is down at the 10-yard line. The medical team has come on to take a look. We will step aside and bring an update as it becomes available. 13:06 to play. First half in Baltimore. Tied at 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey Ravens fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Ravens football games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Bugs ruining your game day? Sounds like you need to call your friends at PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens. We're always defending your home turf from uninvited pests, including mosquitoes, bed bugs, mice, rats, termites, wildlife, and even mold. Call us today at 410-496-4154 for a free inspection, or visit our website at mypmsi.com.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy.
This is my legacy.
Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota. Let's go places.
This afternoon's broadcast brought to you by Novavax. Choose to help protect yourself and loved ones this fall season. Washington looking at a 3rd down and 12 from the Ravens 41. The Commanders, the number 1 third down team in the NFL. They have converted this year 52% of the time. Jaden Daniels converting earlier in this drive on a 3rd and long. He'll spread out 3 receivers to the left. Noah Brown to the right. Austin Eckler in the backfield with the rookie quarterback. On 3rd and 12, Daniels takes the snap in the shotgun, going deep, near side, looking for Terry McLaurin, who reaches up and is broken up,
that
incomplete.
Is a great play by Brandon Stevens. He was beat, but he came back to the ball. As soon as McLaurin went up, he went up with that right hand and knocked it away. Great no panicking from the defensive back going out there and making a play.
The stop by the Ravens defense forces the punt team on for Washington. Tress Way will come on. Deontay Hardy will await an update forthcoming, we hope, on Nate Wiggins, who remains in the blue injury tent. He was holding his left arm still by his side. Way hits a high end-over-end punt. Hardy will let it drop at the 5, and that's right where Washington will down the ball. So the Commanders continue to win the battle of field position, though the score remains tied at 3 on a day where offensively in the first quarter the Ravens let 2 good scoring opportunities slip away. Now Lamar Jackson in the offense will start the drive. 93 yards away from the end zone, moving from our left to right.
And they ran a bootleg earlier in the couple series. Lamar was wide open. So using those misdirections, using some of your main targets as decoys and giving other players opportunities to make plays in space can be a key for this drive.
So far today, Derrick Henry, 6 carries, 15 yards. Lamar, 4 of 6 passing, 65 yards, but 1 interception. That on the opening drive, a ball that was just a little too far outside for Mark Andrews, who saw it bounce off his hands into the hands of cornerback Mike Sainristil. 1st and 10 Ravens. Ball is at their 7, moving from our left to right. Lamar with Ricard and Henry stacked behind him in the power I. Lamar wants to throw out of the end zone, slings it, tight window, incomplete. He was looking for Nelson Aguilar, but it would have only been a 1-yard gain. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was a tough catch for Nelson Aguilar. They got to try to move the ball, got to get at least one first down to put him in a better position to make some plays down the field.
Backs in the offset I. Lamar hands it off to Henry, looking for a hole, and he'll lunge forward for a couple as he crosses the 10 to the 11. He'll get 3 on the play. Walker on the stop for Washington, and now the Ravens looking. We'll call it officially 3rd and 5.
And I would like to see Justice Hill get a couple of those carries because he's a little bit different runner than King Henry, where he can get to the edge a little bit faster.
Justice Hill checks in, Henry checks out on 3rd down and 5. Lamar in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Lamar wants to throw on 3rd down, looking left, fires to the far sideline, and is caught by Bateman at the 25-yard line. 1st down, Ravens. And Bateman spins and carries the ball out to the 27. No, they're going to spot him right down at the 25. So the Ravens on 3rd and 5 convert, and they get out from the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah, that's a really good route by Bateman. Sold the goal to St. Juice. Juice with this playing too high, comes back, and Bateman's done a great job of catching the ball this year with his hands.
A well-thrown strike by Lamar. Derrick Henry checks back in. Lamar operating from under center on 1st down. Play fake. Deep drop. Steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. Bateman's wide open. He's at the 45-yard line. And he'll get out to the Ravens' 47-yard line. So back-to-back 1st downs as the Ravens get 22 yards on the Lamar to Bateman connection.
Now the offense has some breathing room. Like to see them use the width of the field. Make this Commanders defense cover the width of the field. They've been very aggressive, so use that aggressiveness against them.
Bateman came into this season with only 4 touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. He has 2 already this year. It's his 2nd catch of the drive. 1st and 10 Ravens. They are operating at their 47. 2 receivers left, backs offset in the eye, gives to Henry. He's got a hole up the middle. He's to the Washington 40, and he's down to the 36-yard line. Another 1st down for the Ravens. A 15-yard run. And Rob, that is back-to-back 1st down plays.
And getting King Henry moving, running that counter, coming downhill, letting that big body gain momentum. That's when he is at he's most dangerous. Getting to that 2nd level. Defensive backs in the league don't like seeing a player like him come downhill.
Wouldn't you love a peek into the thoughts of Percy Butler, the safety who saw King Henry coming right at him up the middle? On 1st down off a play fake, Lamar steps up in the pocket, firing across the middle. It's complete. Zay Flowers spins at the 20, steps out of a tackle. He's to the 15, and he's all the way down to the Washington 14-yard line as the Ravens, 4 consecutive plays when they move the chains, a 23-yard gain, and now Ravens and Commander players have to be separated at the end of that play.
Yeah, Zay Flowers makes a great catch. Gets tackled by St. Juice, and there's just some little pushing and shoving, a little football talk down there with each other, saying, you're not going to intimidate me, you're not going to intimidate me.
2nd trip of the day to the Old Bay red zone for the Ravens. Lamar takes the snap, keeps it, sprints to the right side. He's pulled down from behind, and a flag is thrown. Lamar was pulled down out of bounds by Dante Fowler. Now, they may actually call him for a horse collar because he grabbed him from the back of the jersey. I'm going to guess it's a horse collar
or
not a late hit.
Well, it could be a hip drop because he dropped to the back of his legs.
Good point. That could very well be the case.
That's the new rule that you cannot do in the National Football League.
We haven't seen it called yet.
Foul for a horse collar tackle.
Horse collar.
Jerseys was grabbed below the nameplate. 2nd down.
But not only that, he dropped on his back of his legs, and that's dangerous to get tackled like that for any offensive player.
I'll take the unpopular stance here. and say the officials got it right.
No, they did. I'm just saying they could have called it either way.
To the naked eye, it looked like it was a late hit at first, and then we thought probably a horse collar, and once you looked at the replay, they did get it correct. So Lamar loses 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 12 from the Washington 16. Ravens moving from our left to right in the direction of the Federal Hill end zone. Lamar from the shotgun takes the snap. Looking over the middle, steps up, slings it to the left. Justice Hill has it, and he jukes one man but won't get far as he is run out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's Mike Samersil on the stop, and it sets up a 3rd down and 10 for the Ravens with 8:30 to play in the opening half.
And you got to think that the Commanders' defense is going to run some type of zone. So you're going to either run a high-low, a flooded zone. You got to get different levels to one side of the field to get somebody open.
Isaiah Likely shifts from the right to the left. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left on 3rd and 10. Justice Hill in the backfield with Lamar. Washington bunches 6 along the line. They bring blitz pressure. Lamar under fire. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. A late flag thrown. And this will be pass interference on Washington. Benjamin St. Juste.
Yeah, he
had
grabbed
the
him as he crossed his face.
Pass interference. Defense number 25. First down to flag.
As Zay Flowers ran his route at the top of the route, St. Juste just reached out his left arm and grabbed him and slowed him down.
And that will spot the ball at the Washington 3. It is 1st and goal for the Ravens. 7:59 left in the opening half. The Ravens looking for their first lead of the day. They break the huddle, sprint to the line. Derrick Henry alone in the backfield. Give us to Henry, right side, looking for a gap. He's got it, he's in! Touchdown, Ravens!
That was a heck of a burst from the big fella who hit that afterburners on like Fast and the Furious cars, and he got to that end zone.
Derrick Henry becomes the first Raven in franchise history to score a touchdown in his first 6 games as a Raven.
That's amazing. That's an amazing stat.
He has been everything this franchise had hoped for and more. And he gives the Ravens their first lead of the day as Justin Tucker will come on to try to make it a 7-point lead. Tucker's extra point try is up, and it is good. 7:55 to play. First half in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 10, Commanders 3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Check this out, the new iPhone 16 built for Apple Intelligence. At Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands for the new iPhone 16 with Unlimited Ultimate. Plus, get a new iPad. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
Hey Ravens fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Ravens football games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Attention Ravens fans, make a difference and discover your why with Shepherd Pratt. As a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens and a national leader in mental health, we offer comprehensive services in 165 programs across 16 Maryland counties. Explore careers in our hospitals, schools, and community services. Enjoy medical and dental coverage benefits, retirement matching, sign-on bonuses, continuing education, tuition reimbursement, and career development. Visit shepherdpratt.org/ravens to learn more and apply today.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
Pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
10-3, Ravens in front of Washington. The Ceridian scoring drive. Ravens go 9 plays, 93 yards, and they cap it with Derrick Henry on a 3-yard run. His 6th game as a Raven, all 6 with a touchdown. He closed out Cincinnati in overtime last week with a 51-yard run. Today, he gives the Ravens their first lead of the afternoon with a 3-yard run. Justin Tucker will kick off. Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols deep for Washington. Tucker's kick will sail to the back of the end zone, taken for a touchback. So the Ravens have clearly, Rod, settled into the belief that just don't even mess with the kick returns, just give them the ball at the 30. That seems to be their philosophy.
It's an easy philosophy because you know there's not going to be a kick return against you. Right? When you have a kicker who can just knock the ball into the end zone, why worry about it?
Well, update on Nate Wiggins. He left the blue injury tent, did not go to the locker room. He's still on the field getting some upper body treatment, it looks like. Can't tell the exact nature of the injury, but it had to do with the left side of his upper body. On first down, Jaden Daniels rolls to the right, fires down the seam, and it is caught. Noah Brown pulled it down at the 45-yard line for a 15-yard gain and a Washington first down.
Yeah, as the quarterback rolls out to the right, your zone has to roll with him. And if you're the strong hook, or the weak hook, if your zone doesn't roll with him, you're going to have open receivers.
Washington sticking with that no-huddle look that they like. Jaden Daniels, 6 of 9. Here in the opening half. He hands it off. No, he fakes it. Now he fires it. Incomplete. At the Ravens' 44-yard line. Terrific coverage by Marlon Humphrey on Noah Brown.
Yeah, Marlon Humphrey's had a really good year. Another Pro Bowl year for him. Week in and week out, he's been tight on those receivers on his side of the ball.
Jaden Daniels came into this game the most accurate quarterback in the NFL this season, 77%. He's at 60% right now for the afternoon. It's second down and 10. Daniels in the shotgun. As Terry McLaurin split to the left. Noah Brown to the right. Daniels wants to throw, fires, complete midfield. And that's McLaurin who reels it in for a gain of about 5 yards. It'll set up third down for Washington as we approach 7 minutes remaining in the opening half.
Then you would like to see, at that point, your strong hook player, you'd like to see him move out with coverage so he's closer to the ball once the ball is thrown.
Ball in the left hash mark. Washington moving from right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone. It's third down and 6. Jaden Daniels takes the snap. Blitz pressure coming. Daniels fires near sideline, and it is caught for a first down by Terry McLaurin along the sideline at the Ravens' 42-yard line. Pinpoint accuracy from the rookie quarterback there.
Yeah, that's a good throw and catch. I mean, Brandon Stevens is all on top of McLaurin. Does a good job fighting all the way to the ground with him, but McLaurin does a great job of catching the ball and holding on to it.
A little flea flicker action as Daniels throws it back to Austin Eckler, who sprints down the near sideline 30, 25, 20, and he's finally taken out of bounds by Marlon Humphrey. Daniels handed it to Austin Eckler, who turned right around, flipped it back to the quarterback, who threw it right back to it. It was like a hot potato, but nobody bothered covering Austin Eckler.
Yeah, that's a good call and a good play itself, because when you normally have a flea flicker, you're throwing the ball back down the field and not a screen right in front of you.
A 39-yard gain, and it puts the ball at the Ravens' 18-yard line. Jeremy McNichols in the backfield. Daniel throws quickly. It's complete at the 15, weaving his way down to the 10, and all the way to the 5 is De'Ami Brown. And Washington will have it first and goal from there with 5:23 left in the half.
I don't know if there's a man-to-man, but Kyle Hamilton went all the way out with Eckler. If they're in man, yes, you go out there. If they're in a zone, he has to stay inside and be that strong hook player.
And Nate Wiggins has returned to the defensive lineup. That's a good sign. Washington starts now, first and goal from the 6. With just under 5 minutes to play in the half. Daniels from the shotgun, looking to throw, fires complete down to the 2, and he'll take it to the 1. Luke McCaffrey with his first reception of the day. A touchdown-saving tackle by our Darius Washington. Second and goal from the 1.
Man, that could have been Dewami Brown. That could have been pass interference the way he ran the route, but the defender didn't try to get to the receiver.
Jeremy McNichols in the backfield. Off the play fake and a whistle and a flag as Washington jumped the snap count.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Second half.
In a game like this, that's where home crowd is so big because Washington does so much off tempo and not huddling. It's hard to communicate. John Harbaugh talked about this prior to the game when we were talking with him. It's hard for Washington to communicate at the line in that noise. Backs the ball up to the Ravens 7. It is second and goal from there. Jaden Daniels with McNichols in the backfield. Daniels takes the snap, pumps once, fires to the back of the end zone, and it is caught by Terry McLaurin for a touchdown. And again, Ravens and Washington players have to be separated at the end of the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that defense was because it looked like Brandon Stevens was man-to-man, but then the safeties were in a too-high look. Anytime you have Z in motion, you got to get your eyes on that motion player because he can come across the field, which he did, and it's hard to cover walking through all those bodies when you're Brandon Stevens.
And he got behind Marcus Williams in the back of the end zone. So Seibert on for the extra point attempt to tie this game. Austin Seibert's extra point try is up and good. 4:16 to play, first half at M&T Bank Stadium. It's the Ravens 10, the Commanders 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sports Centers all day and night on ESPN 630 are brought to you by NATCA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. They guide you home safely. For more info, visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
Tony here for Window Nation. Want in on a secret? October is the best time to buy new windows. It's getting cold, your heating bills are rising faster than the Commander's power ranking, and your old and damaged windows aren't stopping anything. So who are you going to call? Window Nation. This October, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. There's no limit how much you could save. Plus, you could save big with no interest or payments for 24 months. Nothing spooky about that. Schedule your fast in-home estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or at windownation.com.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family, all of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
When the whole world changed, Children International developed new ways to reach children and families in poverty during these vulnerable times.
I'm learning every day.
I'm healthy and strong.
To learn more, go to children.org/help today.
Washington answers the Ravens' 93-yard touchdown drive with a 70-yard touchdown drive by the Commanders. And Jaden Daniels hits Terry McLaurin for 7 yards, and we are all tied at 10. If you are just joining us, In the first quarter, the Ravens and Commanders traded field goals, 42 yards for Washington, 45 yards for Justin Tucker. Tied at 3 after 1. Then Derrick Henry with a 3-yard touchdown, capping a 93-yard Ravens touchdown drive. Washington answers with a 70-yard touchdown drive, capped by Terry McLaurin. And that is where we stand, tied at 10 with 4:16 to play in the opening half.
And the Ravens have really moved the ball down the field outside of the one drive consistently against this Commanders defense.
Hybrid's kick taken by Hardy at the 1-yard line, brings it across the 10, 15, 20. Tries to spin out of one tackle, has nowhere to go. It is taken down at the 22-yard line. And that game summary brought to you by Shepherd Pratt. So the Ravens will have to see if they can answer to Washington.
The Ravens done a good job of keeping the Commanders off balance, running the football with Derrick Henry, bootlegs, throwing the ball to Zay, but Bateman getting involved, allowing their playmakers to make plays in space.
Lamar Jackson will start the drive at the Ravens 22. Ravens working from our left to right. Derrick Henry, the lone back. Jackson on first down, off the play fake, deep drop, steps up, pumps once, fires, strikes a nice toss to Zay Flowers, who is wrestled down at the 32-yard line. It should be close to a first down, and it will be just enough. We'll see. They're going to say it's second, and nope, they moved the chains. First down.
Zay Flowers is 5'9", 175, 180 pounds. He is so quick off the break. He creates separation off the break. That's why he's always open. Defenders can't stay with him.
Now Lamar steps back into the shotgun, shifts Derrick Henry to his right. First and 10 Ravens at their 32.
What?
And a false start by the Ravens will back them up 5.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So the rookie Roger Rosengarten having a bit of a half. He gave up a sack in the first quarter. He gives up 5 yards with a false start there.
And it's a right call. I just don't like the Commanders' defensive players got to point it out, and then the ref throws the flag.
Lamar will stack 2 tight ends to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Henry alone in the backfield. Is the play fake. Great fake by Lamar. Buys some time. Slings it downfield. Flag is down. The pass was broken up. It was intended for Bateman. It was well covered by Mike Sainristel. Now let's see what the flag is.
It's holding.
Referee Land Clark huddling with his crew.
Holding. Defense, number 1. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
They called it on Noah Igbenogany, but I believe it was on Mike Sainristel who had the coverage. Either way, the Ravens get 5 yards back from the Roger Rosengarten penalty, and because it's a defensive holding, they get a fresh set of downs. First down with 3:02 to play in the first half. Now, you're in your 4-minute offense here, which is not a hurry-up offense. The goal of the 4-minute offense is to make sure the opponent does not get the ball again in the half.
And you got to remember that they won the toss and they deferred, so they're going to get the ball in the opening kickoff in the second half.
They being Washington. Lamar empties the backfield, takes the snap in the shotgun, throws left sideline. He's got a man. Can't make the catch at the 40-yard line. He wanted Nelson Aguilar. Aguilar was well covered on the play. Nicely thrown ball. It was one of those plays where everybody really does the right thing, and because
great coverage.
Igbenogany had perfect coverage. Lamar had a nice throw, and Nelson Aguilar ran a good route, but it nets nothing. It's second down and 10 from the Ravens 32 with just under 3 minutes to play.
Like to see some more misdirection from the Ravens offense.
Lamar in the shotgun. Henry to his right. Fakes the handoff to Derrick Henry. Under pressure, Lamar throws. Another strike at the 45-yard line. Zay Flowers comes down with a grab. A 12-yard gain and a Ravens first down.
Zay Flowers is having a one of those days. Can't be covered, running those deep over routes, and anytime for a defensive back to cover those deep overs is tough, but when you have a guy as fast as Zay Flowers, it's even tougher.
7 catches for 111 yards here in the opening half. 1st and 10 Ravens at their 45. 2:23 left to play in the half. Lamar takes the snap, and a flag will stop the play. Lamar slammed the ball to the turf.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So that time, Pat McCary, the left guard. So 2 false start penalties by the Ravens on this drive. Major mistakes. Those are mental errors.
And you can't have those pre-snap penalties at home.
1st and 15, 2:09 to play. Lamar off the play fake, going over the middle. He's got Aguilar at the Washington 40-yard line, steps out of a tackle, and lunges for the sideline at the 36-yard line of Washington. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning with the Ravens having a first down. 2 minutes to play in the opening half at M&T Bank Stadium. It's all tied at 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
If you have an appetite for saving money, then you should get the ROFO Rewards app from Royal Farms. Use the ROFO Rewards app to place mobile orders for pickup or delivery and earn royalty points to redeem for free stuff. And right now, new ROFO Rewards members will get a free any-size coffee for signing up. You can download the ROFO Rewards app at the Apple App Store or Google Play today. You'll find it's a very appealing app to have. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Attention Ravens fans, make a difference and discover your why with Shepherd Pratt. As a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens and a national leader in mental health, we offer comprehensive services in 165 programs across 16 Maryland counties. Explore careers in our hospitals, schools, and community services. Enjoy medical and dental coverage benefits, retirement matching, sign-on bonuses, continuing education, tuition reimbursement, and career development. Visit shepherdpratt.org/ravens to learn more and apply today.
Kickoff. Handoff. Scratch off. Yes! It's all a part of Ravens football. Play Ravens scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery, and you can win up to $200,000 instantly. Enter the Second Chance contest, and you can be a part of every Ravens home game for the next 2 decades with season tickets for 20 years. Get off the sidelines. Be a part of every game with Ravens scratch-offs from the Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly.
Each day, if we're so lucky, we rise. We rise because there's a fire that burns inside of us. We rise because we have no choice. It's what you do in this city. You get up. You claw back. We know where we want to go. Last year, we saw the way.
Top seed in the AFC.
It's time to rise. It's time to conquer. Join us at BaltimoreRavens.com/tickets.
Two minutes left in the opening half of Week 6. Ravens and Commanders tied at 10. Ravens come out of the 2-minute warning with a 1st and 10 at the Washington 35. Zay Flowers so far today, 7 catches, 111 yards. That equals his career best for a full game. His career best is 9 catches in a game, but 111 yards is the most he's ever had in a game. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I'm going to say he has a career day today.
I tell you what, he's making it tough for these defenders for the Commanders to cover him down the field. He is so quick and fast, and Lamar loves to find him.
Ravens come to the line. Justice Hill in the backfield. Lamar in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Lamar keeps it on the read option, has nowhere to go, and has to sit down for a loss of 2.
Love to see some type of screen with Justice Hill.
Timeout. Washington, the first of the half. It will be 30 seconds in length.
Commanders head coach Dan Quinn trying to conserve a little time. He thinks his defense can get a stop on the Ravens. The Ravens' object is twofold. Obviously, compensation with your points, but you also want to make sure you don't give the ball back to the opponent with any significant time on the clock. And that's because Washington will get the ball first in the second half.
Yeah, and they're going to use your timeouts if you don't get a first down. So Todd Monken got to draw 2 good plays to get this first down.
It is second down and 11. Hill in the backfield, Lamar in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws quickly near side. Zay Flowers pulls it down, and he'll be taken down inbounds at the 30-yard line, and Dan Quinn will use another timeout, stopping the clock with 1:49 left. And the Ravens looking at a 3rd down and 5 from the Washington 30.
Timeout, Washington. Their second and a half. It'll be 30 seconds in length.
That's catch number 8 for Zay Flowers, 1 shy of his career high, and he's over his previous career mark of 111 yards. He now has 117 yards, so every catch from here on out is a record breaker for Zay Flowers.
And you got to think 3rd and 5. So don't be surprised if the Commanders bring up pressure to get you to get the ball out of your hands faster.
Justin Tucker warming up at the ready on the sideline. Isaiah Likely, Rashad Bateman comes split to the right. Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers split to the left. Lamar in the shotgun. Brings Flowers in closer to the left side of the line. Blitz pressure coming. Lamar throws across the middle. Flowers has it. He's got a first down at the 20, and he's taken down at the Washington 15. Catch number 9 on the half for Zay Flowers, and he keeps the Ravens offense on the field with 1:35 left in the half.
Yeah, they brought pressure. They were ready for it. They ran Zay Flowers on a shallow crossing route. Mark Andrews' guy got right in the way of the defender.
Ravens go no huddle. Quick snap. Give us to Justice Hill, running between the hash marks, has not much in the way of room, gets a yard to the 13. Clock winding, 1:13 left in the half. The Ravens have all 3 of their timeouts.
You got all 3 timeouts, and they can use the whole field.
They get quickly to the line. Lamar takes the snap, looking to the right, taps the ball once, fires back in the end zone. He overthrew Isaiah Likely in the back corner. Likely made a great move on the safety. Percy Butler, he got behind him, but Lamar didn't give him a catchable ball.
Yeah, Lamar. If all Lamar has to do is throw the ball to the outside of the pylon to the sideline, and that gives Likely a better opportunity to go make a catch.
Stops the clock at 57 seconds left in the half, and the Ravens looking at a 3rd and 8 from the Washington 13. Lamar from the gun. Takes the snap. Washington rushes 4. Lamar fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Andrews! He got open in the back of the end zone. Lamar delivers the ball, and Andrews reels it in.
Yeah, he ran right by Bobby Wagner. As soon as he went by Bobby Wagner on the 5-yard line, he was open. Lamar finds him in the back of the end zone for an easy throw and catch.
And that combination, we've been looking for that since the opening drive, when a Lamar pass that he led Andrews a little too far on bounced off Andrews' hands and into the hands of a Washington defender. No bounce, no pick. Instead, touchdown Ravens, and they regain the lead. And Justin Tucker on for the extra point attempt. His kick is good. 53 seconds left in the half, and the Ravens regain the lead, 17-10. Take us through what happened on that touchdown throw, Rod.
That's just a cover 2, and then Mark Andrews gets by Bobby Wagner. Once he gets by Bobby Wagner, there's nobody back there. So he probably should have carried that a little bit longer. But as soon as he got past Bobby Wagner, Lamar saw him, throws a deep, nice little shot. That's a nice vertical by Mark Andrews.
He showed some serious ups, making sure that ball did not get through his hands.
I wonder if Mark Andrews can dunk.
On that play, he could have dunked backwards. And with that touchdown, Mark Andrews now ties Todd Heap for the most reception touchdowns in franchise history with 41.
Congratulations, Mark.
So this season, for every Ravens touchdown, Baltimore area Toyota dealers donate $500 to Kennedy Krieger. So the Mark Andrews touchdown means another $500 for Kennedy Krieger from Toyota. Well, Jaden Daniels and Washington will have 53 seconds and one timeout to work with.
And the Ravens got to believe that they're going to try to take that ball down the field and kick a field goal. At least they have one timeout, so they still can use the whole field to move down the field. They're going to get the ball probably on the 30 because Tucker's going to boom the ball into the end zone.
And it comes after Mark Andrews' first touchdown of the season. An opening drive that ended with the frustration of a ball bouncing off his hands for a Washington interception. And now the Ravens with a chance to close out that half with Andrews' first touchdown of the year and the Ravens' second lead of the day.
I like to see the mindset of Dan Quinn in these 53 seconds.
Washington is suffering an injury up front. Dorrance Armstrong, one of their defensive ends, is now listed as questionable to return in the second half. That injury report brought to you by the Baltimore Banner. Well, John Harbaugh has all three of his timeouts, though I can't imagine he would use too many of them here unless Washington stumbles out of the gate here. You would think they'd be content to go to the half with a 7-point lead.
Oh, absolutely. And I really believe, depending on what the Commanders do, if they come out trying to throw the football and go first two throws incomplete, then I think John Harbaugh has to think about using that timeout and giving an opportunity to have a short field.
Austin Eckler, Jeremy McNichols deep for Washington. Justin Tucker has not let one of his kicks get returned yet today. And this will keep that string intact as it's taken for a touchback. Washington will have the ball with 53 seconds left in the half. Commanders will start the drive at their 30. Commanders with one timeout to work with. And here comes Real Fan Dan to fire up the crowd.
Got to take the shirt off, though, Dan.
Real Fan Dan will let the wardrobe malfunction wait until the second half. Jaden Daniels will operate from the shotgun. Sends his tight end to the backfield. Under pressure, he escapes the pocket. He'll run. Crosses the 35-40. And Daniels slides down in front of Agent Zero.
Oh, he got pushed in the back.
Well, the 9-yard gain.
Travis Jones is back there and got pushed in the back right by Jaden Daniels.
Daniels throws an out pass. It is caught by Noah Brown at midfield. He gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 30 seconds. And just like that, Washington is only a play away from field goal range. Oh, they're going to say he was inbounds. Amazing catch by Noah Brown. He was tapped down by Nate Wiggins. 18 seconds left. Daniels throws it at the feet of Austin Eckler. An alert play by the rookie quarterback to stop the clock with 15 seconds. So impressed by the field awareness of Jaden Daniels. If he completes that pass to Austin Eckler, he would have been tackled for a loss back in Washington territory, and the Commanders would have had to burn their last timeout.
I mean, they still got one timeout. They got 15 seconds. They have the whole field at their exposure. The Ravens have to keep everybody in front of them.
Jaden Daniels empties the backfield. He sets four receivers bunched to the left, right at the numbers. He takes the snap. 15 seconds left, throws to the right, complete. Stepping out of the tackle and getting a first down is Olamide Zaccheaus. And he gets the ball all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Ravens with 10 seconds left in the half.
They could take one shot, maybe at the end zone, or just try to get some added yardage to make it an easier field goal.
Nate Wiggins missed the tackle at the 45 and gives up an extra 5 yards. 10 seconds left. Washington with a final timeout to work with. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Jaden Daniels, blitz pressure coming. He fires far sideline, complete, and tumbling out of bounds with the reception is Olamide Zaccheaus. They're going to mark him down at the 35-yard line, so this will be a 53-yard field goal try for Austin Seibert. His longest of the season is 45. The longest of his career is 53. They're going to mark this a 52-yard try. Seibert is a perfect 13 of 13 this season. 1 for 1 today. In the first quarter, he hit from 42. This will be a 52-yard try from the right hash mark. Austin Seibert from 52, kick on the way. It is no good.
It was blocked.
It was partially blocked, and it spins wide left and short. And that brings us to the end of the first half in Baltimore. And when an opponent misses a field goal this year, you get a free 6-piece McNuggets on the McDonald's app the next day. So 6 freebies coming your way.
Ben Cleveland.
Courtesy of Ben Cleveland, who got a hand on the ball. If the opponents miss another field goal in the second half today, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece. Halftime in Baltimore, where the Ravens in front of Washington, 17-10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Check this out. The new iPhone 16 built for Apple Intelligence. At Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands for the new iPhone 16 with unlimited ultimate. Plus, get a new iPad. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy.
This is my legacy.
Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota. Let's go places.
Touchdowns! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, do you want to tackle COVID this season? Ask your pharmacist or doctor about how a non-mRNA vaccine can help. Ravens Radio is brought to you in part by Novavax, your local vaccine company and a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Don't punt on getting your COVID vaccination this season. Learn more at ChooseNovavax.com. That's Novavax.com.
Time for the halftime report. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Pete Medhurst back with you in the Ravens Game Day Network studios. Baltimore in front. And look, if you don't get the ball to start the second half, you do the next best thing. You score on your final possession of the half. Washington misses the Seibert field goal, partially blocked there by Ben Cleveland. Baltimore goes to the break with the lead. We go back and talk to the Hall of Famer Rod Woodson. And, you know, Rod, obviously some expected some sort of a shootout, especially with the way things transpired last week for the Ravens against the Bengals. It's been anything but that. Are you mildly surprised that both defenses have been as good as they've been?
I am. I mean, I definitely thought it was going to be a shootout. I thought last week was going to be a shootout, but that's why in the National Football League, you're never surprised. You think something's going to happen, and it doesn't. And for the Ravens, offensively, they have moved the ball up and down the field against this Commanders defense, and they had that one mishap for the turnover, but then in the 1 3 and out that they had to punt the ball. Other than that, they have moved the ball consistently against this team. And then Zay Flowers is just having a day. I mean, nobody can cover the guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rod, right now, Zay running through, it hasn't mattered whether it's a crossing route or whatever. But what is it about the center of the field right now that seemingly anytime a Ravens receiver enters that area, they're wide open? And for the most part, Lamar is finding them and making some solid completions.
Yeah, anytime you run a zone, you know, your linebackers don't get enough depth. the middle of the field is going to be wide open. And we saw the one with Nelson Aguilar. It was nobody within 10 yards of him in any capacity. And so those easy throwing catches, and even for you talking about Zay Flowers crossing the field, doing those deep crossing routes, it's hard to cover a receiver with quickness and speed across the field. So he's just going to get that separation week in and week out, down after down, and Zay Flowers is doing that today.
Awesome stuff, Rod. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you after the game.
Alrighty.
Rod Woodson joining us here at halftime as the Ravens. Look, I mean, I know it's hard for you to gather that Washington is actually a reasonably good football team, and this becomes a good football game. In addition to the great division competition that you have, Washington is as good as advertised so far, competitive as hell in this first half. The question is, can they find a way to stop Baltimore at all in the second half? Because the only thing that stopped Baltimore on that first drive was a ball off the hands of Mark Andrews that ended up being an interception. Washington was able to turn that into a field goal. Ravens have the lead at the break. We'll play the highlights coming up next right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, the Maryland Lottery play of the first half.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-981-4455. 800-981-4455. 800-981-4455.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family, all of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now, a recap of the first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens leading Washington right now as they play in the friendly confines of M&T Bank Stadium, and Washington will get the football to start the second half. The game started with Baltimore getting the ball, and the Ravens found their playmaker of the day right away.
Zay Flowers comes in motion to the left. Lamar throws it quickly to Flowers, looking for a block, across the 40. He's got room, midfield. Flowers at the 40. Washington 30 down the sideline, 20, and he's finally knocked out of bounds there. A simple bubble screen, and Zay Flowers explodes down the sideline.
Not the last time the Ravens would find Flowers during the course of this half, as Zay had a terrific half with 9 catches and 132 yards. The problem was the Ravens continued to move the ball down the field. When you don't catch it cleanly and it bobbles off your hands, it sometimes ends up in the hands of somebody else.
On second down, takes the snap, steps up, fires quickly, through the hands and intercepted, through Mark Andrews' hands and picked off. Coming back near side to the 40-yard line. It is Mike Sanristo with the interception. He'll return it across midfield. And just like that, the Ravens' opening drive goes in reverse, and Washington captures the early momentum.
And in a battle of first-place teams, Washington's defense would get the first fortuitous bounce of the half as Washington moved the ball down the field, driving what looked like it was headed for a touchdown. One of the Ravens' unsung heroes of this half and of this season came up with a big sack.
Daniels wants to throw. Pocket collapsing. He is corralled and sacked back at the 25-yard line. It was Travis Jones getting to the quarterback first. Travis Jones has done just about everything right this season. Now you can put a sack in his accomplishments this year as well.
That would lead to a 42-yard field goal by Austin Seibert. Baltimore would counter with a 45-yarder by Justin Tucker. And then in the second quarter, Baltimore would go to work. And, of course, it's your weekly, obligatory King Henry touchdown.
Derrick Henry alone in the backfield. Give us to Henry. Right side looking for a gap. He's got it. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Meanwhile, the Ravens, looking to capitalize on that late in the half, would start to find their wide receivers all over the field.
Play fake. Deep drop. Steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. Bateman's wide open. He's at the 45-yard line. And he'll get out to the Ravens' 47-yard line. So back-to-back first downs as the Ravens get 22 yards on the Lamar to Bateman connection.
Zay Flowers would add 23, and then, yes, ladies and gentlemen, off the milk carton and into the end zone, your favorite guy, number 89.
Takes the snap. Washington rushes 4. Lamar fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Andrews! He got open in the back of the end zone. Lamar delivers the ball, and Andrews reels it in.
14 for 19 for Lamar in the first half, 208 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Zay Flowers, 9 for 132. That Mark Andrews touchdown catch, our Maryland Lottery of the half play of the first half. Coming up, we'll go back to the stadium for the second half. Ravens 17, Commanders 10 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The second half kick is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BICEP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BICEP to 42424. That's BICEP to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
For some children, a single surgery can turn an untreated cleft into a smile for life. But at Smile Train, we understand that most children need a little extra care. They need nourishment to ensure they grow healthy and strong. They need a confident voice so they can express themselves clearly. They need emotional support and counseling to help them navigate the challenges of school and home life. And they need orthodontic and dental care to make sure their smiles light up the room as brightly as possible. Visit SmileTrain.org to learn how Smile Train is supporting the cleft community with lifelong smiles. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Second half starts with the Ravens in front of the Commanders, 17-10. Jerry Sandusky, Rod Woodson with you on a beautiful Sunday in Baltimore. A powder blue sky unblemished by clouds. Only a warm breeze blowing today in Baltimore with temperatures in the 70s. Justin Tucker's kick will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. What a half for Zay Flowers. 9 catches, which ties a career high. 132 yards, which sets a career high. He was everywhere, and the Commanders could not keep track of him. And before we even get into the second half, Zay Flowers is our speed player of the game, brought to you by Zips Cleaners.
Zay Flowers is hard to cover. He's one of those quick little receivers that create separation off his breaks. Having a great day.
Jaden Daniels will start in the shotgun. Austin Eckler to his right. Daniels will hand it off, and Eckler is tripped up and taken down for no gain. It's Kyle Van Noy coming off the edge. 2nd and 10 coming up for Washington.
Yeah, the most senior member of the, I'll call him a senior now instead of grandpa. The most senior member of the defense makes some plays out there.
Daniels off the play fake, rolls to the right, throws down the seam. He's got a man wide open at the 45-yard line, and tumbling down with a first down at the Ravens 42 is Noah Brown.
It is hard to cover receivers running deep crossing routes if your safety's not giving you any help. Humphreys had to make that play by himself.
A 28-yard gain, and just like that, Washington on the Ravens side of the field. On first down, the handoff. Austin Eckler working off left tackle will tumble down at the 36-yard line of the Ravens.
And again, the Commanders so far this year, they come out hot in the second half. They score 8 points a game, which is second in the National Football League in the third quarter. So this Raven defense has to be stiff, especially these first several drives here in the third quarter.
3 receivers to the right. Eckler in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, and he is swallowed up whole by Travis Jones, who stops him for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, big-time play by Travis Jones. Disengaging from the block, making the play in the backfield. He's had a great day so far from the defensive front for the Ravens.
He leads the defensive front in tackles this year. He got his first sack of the year earlier today. 3rd-year defensive lineman out of UConn has really stepped into his own this season. It is 3rd down and 5 for Washington from the Ravens 37. Jaden Daniels in the shotgun. Approaches the line, shouts out instructions. Got a timeout called.
A flag came out.
Oh, it was a flag first.
Timeout. Washington. The first of the half. Be 30 seconds in length.
So they beat the delay of game penalty, but the Commanders burn a timeout on the opening drive of the second half with 12:53 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, and if you're Zach Orr, you got to know 3rd and 4. They're going to run some type of crossing routes to get these guys open, because most defensive coordinators do run man-to-man. In this occasion, especially 3rd and 4, opening drive, third quarter. Let's see if they can get some pressure on this young quarterback and Jaden Daniels, and they can get rid of the football or get a sack.
It is 3rd down and 5 for Washington. The ball is at the Ravens 37. Commanders break the huddle. They're moving from our right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone. The top converting 3rd down offense in the NFL, led by rookie Jaden Daniels. Ravens with a 4-man front, 2 deep safeties. Daniels takes the snap, looks to the right, he fires far sideline, incomplete. He wanted Noah Brown. It was well covered by Nate Wiggins. And the kick team comes on as the Commanders will have to settle for a field goal try to end their opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels just threw the ball early. But great coverage by Nate Wiggins, staying on upfield shoulder, coming out of his break. Got to be careful of reaching out and get some cloth against the receiver.
This will be a 55-yard try for Austin Seibert. He missed from 52 to close out the first half. From 55, Seibert's kick is on the way. It is clean, it is long, it is right down the middle. It is good. 12:45 to play, third quarter in Baltimore. Our score now, Ravens 17, Washington 13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks.
at least $16,000 on 2 different homes.
Angela Alsobrooks took advantage of tax breaks that she was not eligible to get.
Angela Alsobrooks' campaign says she was unaware of the error.
That's odd because all 4 mortgages were in her name on the D.C. property.
Alsobrooks took out 4 new mortgages on a home she didn't live in, while also taking an illegal tax break meant for low-income senior citizens. Now she owes $59,000 in back taxes, penalties, and interest. Alsobrooks also skipped paying her HOA fees at least 7 times. So when Alsobrooks says,
"No, I don't believe I'm above the law,"
look at her pattern. Angela Alsobrooks isn't just dishonest on her taxes. She's dishonest with us. Maryland Future paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.marylandfuture.org.
Each day, if we're so lucky, we rise. We rise because there's a fire that burns inside of us. We rise because we have no choice. It's what you do in this city. You get up. You claw back. We know where we want to go. Last year, we saw the way.
Top seed of the AFC.
It's time to rise. It's time to conquer. Join us at BaltimoreRavens.com/tickets.
Welcome to Pat Chat with Ravens Pro Bowler Patrick Ricard. Pat, what's the game plan this season?
Autumn Lake Healthcare.
Huh?
Autumn Lake Healthcare, with affiliated locations across Maryland, is the best zone coverage for short-term rehabilitation and long-term care.
You do realize we're talking about football.
Hey, game recognizes game.
Passion and compassion. It's what winning teams are made of. Go to AutumnLakeHealthcare.com to see why it's the Baltimore Ravens' choice for short-term rehabilitation and long-term care. Pat, any picks for season MVP?
Autumn Lake Healthcare.
I walked right into that one.
55-yard field goal for Austin Seibert makes it a 4-point Ravens lead. They're in front 17-13 with 12:45 to play in the third quarter. Lamar Jackson of the Ravens offense will be on the field for the first time here in the second half after the Seibert kickoff. In this historic quarterback matchup, this is the first game in NFL history in week 6 or later in which both quarterbacks are averaging at least 200 yards passing per game and at least 50 yards rushing per game. The wind blows the ball off the tee for Seibert, so he will get one more shot at kicking it off before a teammate has to hold the ball on the tee. Seibert hits a low sidewinder, and it will go into the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback. So Lamar Jackson on the offense will start the drive at their 30-yard line with a 4-point lead. Lamar Jackson this afternoon, 14 of 19 in the first half for 208 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They close out the half with that touchdown toss to Mark Andrews.
They got to find a way to get Derrick Henry rolling. Had a couple good runs late in that third quarter.
Henry with 38 yards rushing in the game so far. He's the deep back in the power I formation behind Ricard. The give is to Henry up the middle, and the King pushes the pile forward to the 36-yard line to start the half. For the Ravens offense, a 6-yard gain. Nothing fancy, just steamroll ahead.
No, just a little counter from the inside out. Running downhill. Make the Commanders' defensive front slow your run game down.
Commanders head coach Dan Quinn, former Cowboys defensive coordinator, former Atlanta head coach, former Seahawks defensive coordinator. Now Lamar in the pistol formation. Gives it to Henry up the middle, and Henry's hit hard right at the handoff, and he's dropped for no gain. So the Ravens face a 3rd down and short. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
And they're stacking the box, making it hard in this first drive for this Ravens, but Lamar Jackson can get it with his feet, and then they still got to cover Zay Flowers, which they haven't done so far in the first half.
Flowers and Bateman split to the left. Now Isaiah Likely goes in motion and bunches 3 receivers to the left inside the numbers. Lamar to throw, takes it, quarterback power draw, right side, he's across the 40. Lamar midfield, he's to the Washington 40, 30, and he's taken down at the Washington 29-yard line. Well, that was great play design as the Ravens stacked 3 receivers to the left, drew all the Commanders' attention that way, and then they ran Lamar and a quarterback power to the right.
Because every time they've ran that type of formation, they threw that little bubble screen, quick screen to Zay Flowers to the left side. That time they had the same formation, and they ran a sweep to the right away from it. And Lamar just showed that burst and making a play.
A 32-yard gain as the Ravens convert on 3rd down. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Washington 29. Power I formation. Ricard in front of Henry. Off the play fake, Lamar fires out of the backfield, complete. He's got Likely at the 15. Okey-dokes a tackler there and picks up an extra 2 yards to the Washington 11.
It is so hard to tackle him in space. He just stopped like it was so easy, and the defender just ran by him almost to the sideline. Isaiah Likely's so slippery when he gets in space. It's hard for that first defender to make that tackle.
Back-to-back first down plays, and the Ravens have it. 1st and 10 at the Washington 11. First possession in the 3rd quarter. First trip to the Old Bay red zone in the 3rd quarter, with a chance to extend the lead. Give us to Zay Flowers on the jet sweep to the right side. Flowers stops the 15, darts his way back, and lunges forward for a couple of yards to the 9. Washington had the play read perfectly, and Zay Flowers somehow able to retreat 5 yards before he found an alley and picked up a 2-yard gain.
That'd be great to see them hand that ball off to Zay Flowers and one of the receivers on that right side take off for a touchdown. That'll make the defender slow down a little bit, to do something a little bit different with that type of look.
On a Zay Flowers end-around pass.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Lamar to throw on 2nd and 8, pumps once, backpedaling, pumps twice, pumps 3 times, 4 times. Now he sidesteps the tackler. He's corralled, and he's taken down. He's sacked back at the 14-yard line. He just had nobody open, and Dante Fowler gets the sack.
That play did not look right from the very beginning, because Zay Flowers came across the field, but when he came across the field, instead of getting vertical, he just kind of slowed down. Nobody really made themselves available for Lamar, and it was just too late to get, and he had to take that sack.
And now the Ravens face a 3rd and 12 from the Washington 14. 8:38 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Commanders with a field goal on their first second-half possession. Lamar will throw from the shotgun. Looking over the middle, backpedaling. Now he runs to the right, extending the play. Running out of room, lobs it, just has to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. A flag is down back at the 24-yard line.
This could be holding on the offense.
Justin Tucker and the kicking team are coming on.
Holding. Offense number 80. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Justin Tucker hit from 45 in the first half. As they spot the ball, now Tucker can put his spot down for the try. This will be a 32-yard try from the left hash mark. Nick Moore will have the snap. Jordan Stout will have the hold. Justin Tucker from 32 yards. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:19 to play. 3rd quarter in Baltimore. It's the Ravens 20. Washington 13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Do you or someone you know suffer from macular degeneration or other vision-related issues? Low vision specialists of Maryland and Virginia are here to help. Led by Dr. Thomas Asman since 1975, Low Vision Specialists design special glasses to give you back the gift of sight when traditional glasses can no longer help. They've helped so many people. People like Glenda.
When I lost my vision, my day-to-day life ground to a halt. But when I discovered Low Vision Specialists, I really regained my independence. The biggest joy was that with these glasses, I can drive again.
Call the doctors at Low Vision Specialists of Maryland and Virginia today at 301-321-7008. That's 301-321-7008. If they can't help, there's no fee for you. Call 301-321-7008 or visit lowvisionmd.org.
Though Phi no longer drives, he can still fly down the track. Staying fit helps Phi stay flexible in his ongoing fight with retinitis pigmentosa, a blinding retinal disease. But even when the way forward is hard to see, Phi is always hopeful, because he knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding diseases, providing real hope to those fighting vision loss. And our nationwide community of local chapters provides networking and support for people with vision loss, as well as their loved ones. Because the best way to fight against blinding diseases is to fight together. And for Phi, winning the fight against vision loss means seeing new ways to push himself. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more about how you can help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
8:14 left to play, third quarter. Ravens in front by a touchdown, 20-13 so far in the second half. Each side has had the ball once. Each side has hit a field goal. Not quite the offensive shootout that so many projected, which is one of the main reasons I never make predictions, because you never know how these games are going to go. Tucker high and over end. This might be returnable. Eckler takes it at the goal line, brings it out across the 10, 15, 20, bangs to the left 30. That'll be taken down at the 32-yard line. Sanusi Kane in on the stop. A rookie safety out of Purdue.
This is the third time that the reigning Heisman Trophy winner is facing the reigning MVP of the league. And Lamar's been a part of it twice. Where you had Joe Burrow, Lamar in 2020. Do you know what the first one was?
Got to be Cam Newton and...
No, you got to go way back. 1971.
1971. All right, let me get back to you on that one. 1st and 10 Commanders. They spot the ball to Washington 31. Daniel wants to throw off the play fake, has time, goes deep, got a man as tight end at midfield. And that's Zach Ertz, who's taken down at the Ravens' 47-yard line as Washington gets 23 yards to start the drive. 1971. All right, fill me in.
Jim Puckett and John Brody.
Wow. He did go old school on me. From under center, Jaden Daniels. He'll hand it off. And running right up the middle, Jeremy McNichols plows forward to the Ravens' 44-yard line. Interesting thing about Lamar and Daniels is, as a Heisman Trophy winner, you also become a Heisman voter. He said he voted for Jaden Daniels. So not only,
really?
Yeah, so he's playing against the kid he voted for with a Heisman. That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Daniels operating with a 2nd and 6 from the Ravens' 44. Takes the snap in the shotgun, looking to his left. His pass is batted down. Brett Urban got a hand on the ball. And now Washington will face a 3rd down and 6. Brett Urban's strength is his length. He's 6'7", and he has a knack for not only swatting passes at the line, but for also blocking passing lanes. He can go vertical, he can go horizontal.
Yeah, they were looking for Zach Ertz right there on a little sit-down. Let's see if they can get after Jaden Daniels and make him uncomfortable on this 3rd down.
Daniel in the shotgun. Has Eckler to his left. 3 receivers right. Terry McLaurin split to the left. Daniels takes the snap. He's under pressure. Scrambling to the right. Has to throw it downfield. It is... Oh, it's a drop.
Oh, my goodness.
It hit Ardarius Washington in the face.
Well,
and he fell to the ground without making the interception.
That's just a bad place for the ball to hit you, I guess, in the face.
Jaden Daniels, under pressure, had his worst throw of the day. It was a punt coming into Ardarius Washington, and for some reason he led with his face mask instead of his hands.
You know, sometimes the ball coming right at you and you see it as a defender coming all the way in are the hardest one to catch for whatever odd reason.
Probably because it's really hard to catch with your face mask. Tress Way will punt a high end-over-end punt. Hardy will let it bounce to the 5, and Washington will down it there at the 6-yard line. Ravens ball when we get back. 6:50 left to play. Third quarter in Baltimore, where the Ravens lead Washington 20-13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
It's football season. Get in the game at Safeway all season long by participating products and receive touchdown tokens to redeem for entries into the Flock In and Win sweepstakes. You could win Ravens tickets or Ravens autograph helmets, jerseys, footballs, and more. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens. This week at Safeway, don't miss the digital deals for Signature Select granulated sugar for $1.99 or Eggo waffles for $1.99 each when you buy 2. Clip this deal and unlock hundreds more when you sign up for Safeway for You. Visit Safeway.com/4U or download the Safeway mobile app to sign up and save today.
Innovation is the key to a carbon-free future, and Constellation is leading the way. We're helping businesses reduce greenhouse gas emissions, reach sustainability goals, and support a healthier environment in our communities with customized solutions using emerging technologies. Together, we'll create a cleaner, brighter future for your business. Power on, America. Learn more at constellation.com/poweron.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy.
This is my legacy.
Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Ravens in front, 20-13. They have to start the drive backed up at their 6-yard line following the Tress Way punt, and that's because Ardarius Washington dropped an easy interception. Jaden Daniels had overthrown his target. It hit Ardarius Washington right in the face, literally hit him in the face. And instead of having the ball closer to the 20-yard line, they'll start the drive at their 6-yard line. Ravens do have a 97-yard touchdown drive today. Let's see if they can get a 96-yard drive going here. Lamar will hand it off. Derrick Henry off left tackle. Not a whole lot of room there. They'll get maybe a yard on the play to start the drive.
You got to give some credit to the Commanders' defense of slowing down Derrick Henry. Several weeks in a row, he's had his way with it, and it kind of wore the defense down in the second half.
I mean, these are the number 1 and number 2 rushing teams in the NFL. Ravens, number 1, have 96 yards rushing, way below their season average. And Washington with only 34 yards rushing, way below their season average. Power I formation, toss to Henry, left side, running behind Ricard. Can't get too far, but he does get enough to pick up the first down as he steamrolls out to about the 18-yard line. Nice block by Pat Ricard. You know, Derrick Henry's already spoiled us. The man just picked up a first down on a toss, and I made it sound like it was a disappointing play. Shame on me. Every time he runs on the sideline, if he doesn't get 50 yards, you feel like, oh, it wasn't a big play.
You know, but to see him get his wheels turning and how fast he is and how he has a burst for a big man is remarkable.
It really is. Stays in the backfield. Lamar sets 5 yards deep in the backfield. Card to his left. Derrick Henry behind him. Off the play fake. Lamar wants to throw. Fires across the middle. He's got Andrews at the 30. And Mark Andrews is out to the 35-yard line. A 15-yard gain. And a Ravens first down. As the combination that closed out the first half gets this drive rolling. And Mark Andrews
the route that's really been open for the Ravens receivers has been those deep over routes, and that's what Mark Andrews ran. It's hard to cover those across the field as a defender.
Second catch of the day for Andrews for 28 yards, 1 touchdown. Now Lamar sets under center. Ravens moving from our left to right. Give up to Henry, working off left guard and tackle. He'll power his way forward for a tough yard or two to the 39-yard line. About a 3-yard gain. That's the thing with Derrick Henry. You see him hit, and you think, all right, it's going to be a yard at most, but he just pushes and pulls and drags people. He got 4 yards on a play that a mere mortal would have been stopped for no gain or a yard.
Yeah, and you saw they stacked the box, and they still ran it, and they still got decent yardage.
While he hasn't had the huge run, he's starting to pound and pound, and that wears the defense down. 2nd and 6, Lamar out of the shotgun, looking left under pressure. He runs right up the middle, and he'll be wrestled down at the 40-yard line. It's not a sack. He'll gain about a yard of the play, but it sets up a 3rd down. Bobby Wagner wrapping him up for the tackle. The veteran inside linebacker, a 13-year veteran, 9-time All-Pro. This guy's got quite the resume. Only Ray Lewis and Lawrence Taylor earned more All-Pro honors. They had an even 10. He's at 9. And as a player in the NFL, All-Pro is what really carries the weight.
All-Pro is everything. That means you're one of the best players in the National Football League consistently.
At your position. 3rd down and 5. Lamar wants to throw. Washington rushes 5. Lamar throws near side. Flags are down on the incompletion. Bateman was the target at midfield. And the coverage was Benjamin St-Juste.
Pass interference. Defense number 25. First down at the spot of the foul.
Yeah, St-Juste act like he didn't do anything, but looked like he grabbed him from the back and kind of pushed him toward the ground.
You take a look at the replay, Bateman may have gotten away with an acting job.
Well, anytime you get your hands around the head and he's breaking, getting out of his break, it's going to be hard to not to make the call.
1st and 10 Ravens at the midfield stripe. Lamar to throw off a play fake. Going deep, far sideline. He's got Andrews wide open at the 25. Andrews to the 15, and he's taken off his feet at the Washington 12. First down, Ravens.
Remember what I told you in the pregame before we came on air, is that when you start running 7 cuts versus cover 3, those tight ends come wide open. So that's one of the great examples of it. And if they can ever run a 7 up, now you have Mark Andrews act like he was running that 7 route like he just did, but then going up the field, those guys normally come wide open.
3rd quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Safeway. This drive started back at the 6-yard line of the Ravens. They have it 1st and 10 at the Washington 12. Power I formation. Ricard in front of Henry. Give us to Henry right up the middle, looking for a crease. He drags a couple of tacklers down to the Washington 7. Again, not much in the way of room, and he still gets 4 yards.
The Commanders' defenders are grabbing the lower leg, and the ankles, and they are not letting go. I mean, they're holding on and helping. All the help is coming for him, and that's one of the main reasons they're slowing him down. But like you said, he's getting hit, and he's still moving the pile forward for some added yardage.
Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get the carry up the middle. Big hole. Touchdown for the King. Derrick Henry strikes again, and the Ravens extend their lead.
Oh, that's just a counter again. That time Ricard came across and had that cut block.
Nobody grabbed any ankles that time as Derrick Henry runs untouched for his 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
And you see him at the 1-yard line as a defender. You go, no reason to try to make that tackle because he's going to take me into the end zone.
Daniel Fa'alele, the first-year guard who took a lot of heat the first 2 games, I want to point out a spot shadow on him. He took his man and pushed him 10 yards across the field to open that hole. What a block by Fa'alele.
He is getting better and better and better at playing the interior offensive line. Remember, he played tackle his whole life, so going in there is a little bit different. His mindset is changing.
Justin Tucker on for the extra point attempt. Tucker's kick is up. It is good. 2:08 to play, third quarter. And the Ravens extend their lead to 2 touchdowns. It's the Ravens 27, Washington 13. Third quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Safeway. This afternoon on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Spring freshness, trust, great service. Count on us for all your Oriental rug cleaning needs. Just one call to Joe Hadid.
Want to see something really scary this October? Take a look at what's been living in your carpets and treasured Oriental rugs. You don't need new rugs. You need Hadid. Get your home or office ready for the holiday seasons now with a deep down hygienic clean. The Hadid difference? Joe Hadid's unique combination of traditional methods and modern equipment, giving your home or office a deep down affordable cleaning, saving you money without compromising quality. And with Hadid's expert repair and restoration, your treasured rugs are revitalized to almost new condition, no matter the size, age, or value. Call today and get 10% off in-plant rug cleaning and 20% off sanitizing, disinfecting, and pet odor elimination. It's not holiday magic, it's Hadid. Make your holidays healthy. Visit joehadid.com today.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're going to beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Only the 8th time these two franchises have faced each other. Ravens came in leading the series 4-3. More importantly, they lead today 27-13. And this crowd's starting to get into it now. Derrick Henry with another multi-touchdown game today. His 7th and 8th rushing touchdown of the year for the Ravens. Justin Tucker's kick taken by Austin Eckler for a touchback, and Washington will start the drive at their 30-yard line.
That run game is starting to get going for the Ravens offense, wearing down this Commanders defense, and this is what they have known for over the years, but they never had a Derrick Henry to kind of close it out.
And the numbers are starting to look like Ravens rushing numbers now. 125 yards as a team. Derrick Henry, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels will have to play from behind now. Trailing by 2 touchdowns. Hands off to Jeremy McNichols. McNichols running between the hash marks, and he's taken to the turf after a short gain to the 33.
Yeah, making the Commanders one-dimensional, not giving them a lot of yardage in the run game, has put the onus on throwing the football for a young quarterback, and to do that down in and down out is just tough to do in the National Football League.
Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury continues with a no-huddle look. Jaden Daniels drops to throw. Check down pass to his tight end Zach Ertz. He's to the 40 and stretches out to the 45-yard line. Roquan Smith brings him down, but not before a 10-yard gain and a Washington first down, as the clock now winds to 1:25 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Zach Ertz just had that delayed route that he had in the middle of the field, let him get open. Easy throw and catch for the Commanders, but Agent Zero does a tremendous job of getting him down.
Eckler and McNichols in the backfield. Now Eckler goes in motion to the right. The give is to McNichols, and McNichols darts his way in between the hash marks to the 49-yard line. Get about 5 on the play as we dip into the final minute of the third quarter. Ravens lead by 2 touchdowns. And as they make the turn to the fourth quarter, keep in mind this is a double-digit lead, something the Ravens have struggled with holding on to the last 3 years. They have had 10 blown double-digit fourth-quarter leads in the last 3 years. They want to shut the door on Washington today. Jaden Daniels from the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. Under pressure. Hit as he fires. Complete to Zach Ertz, and he's got it inside the Ravens 30. Down to the 26-yard line. And the rookie quarterback, second overall pick in this year's draft, showed unbelievable poise, delivering a strike with blitz pressure coming from Agent Zero on the final play of the third quarter. We are heading to the fourth quarter in Baltimore with the Ravens in front of the Commanders, 27-13 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats, you'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
It's football season. Get in the game at Safeway all season long by participating products and receive touchdown tokens to redeem for entries into the Flock In and Win sweepstakes. You could win Ravens tickets or Ravens autograph helmets, jerseys, footballs, and more. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens. This week at Safeway, don't miss the digital deals for Signature Select granulated sugar for $1.99 or Eggo waffles for $1.99 each when you buy 2. Clip this deal and unlock hundreds more when you sign up for Safeway for You. Visit Safeway.com/4U or download the Safeway mobile app to sign up and save today.
Check this out. The new iPhone 16 built for Apple Intelligence. At Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yep.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands for the new iPhone 16 with Unlimited Ultimate. Plus, get a new iPad. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Fourth quarter begins with the Ravens in front of the Commanders, 27-13, but the Commanders on the move, looking at a 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 27. Here in the fourth quarter, Washington will be moving from our left to right. There is no quit in this rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, and it does not surprise Ravens head coach John Harbaugh with his scouting report on the rookie QB.
Jaden is playing at a high level. He's got his team. They built it around him. I think Cliff's done a great job there in terms of building the offense around Jaden, and we've got to be on point.
Cliff is offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury for Washington. Daniels shouts out instructions to his 3 receivers, who he has spread out to the right at the numbers. Off the play fake, Daniels fires near sideline. He's got a man wide open. McLaurin is drilled to the 14-yard line. A flag follows.
Way.
As Kyle Hamilton
He hit him in the chest.
The veteran wide receiver after the reception.
He didn't hit him high.
The receivers are huddling, so they have the potential to pick up this flag.
He hit him in the chest.
The flag, you have to believe, is going to be hitting a defenseless receiver.
That's not... They can't call that.
This was a shoulder into the chest. McLaurin's helmet jarred forward, but the contact was shoulder into chest.
There is no fouls unnecessary.
Thank you. I was going to say, they can call that every week, almost in every game.
Yeah, Land Clark's crew did a good job after the flag of huddling and talking about and seeing what Rod saw. And that is the initial contact was shoulder to chest, which is a legal hit. It was a huge hit, but a legal hit. And the play nets a first down for Washington at the Ravens 13. Jaden Daniels from under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the right. Being tracked. Fires incomplete. Good job by Tavius Robinson tracking Jaden Daniels and forcing him to throw the ball low along the sideline, incomplete.
The one thing they have done a great job of, talking about the pressure for the Ravens, is they put that pressure on Jaden Daniels when he gets out of the pocket, not letting him set his feet again to find those open receivers.
Luke McCaffrey and Noah Brown check in for Washington. Commanders bunch 3 receivers tight to the right side of the line. Ravens with a 4-man front, 2 deep safety. Quarterback sweep to the right, and Jaden Daniels has nowhere to go as Nate Wiggins forces him to jump out of bounds. At the 12, they're going to mark him back at the 13-yard line. No gain. And third down coming up. Third down and 10 for Washington.
That was a great job by Nate Wiggins holding the leverage of the contain, making Jaden Daniels go outside and out of bounds.
Crowd on his feet. Noise rising. Jaden Daniels in the shotgun. Third down and 10. Ball at the Ravens 13. The rookie quarterback takes the snap. Fires across the middle. Caught at the 5. And down at the 1 is Zach Ertz with a first down. Jaden Daniels had plenty of time to find his target and pinpoint passing just beyond the hand of Roquan Smith. It's first and goal from the 1. Washington quickly to the ball. Daniels takes the snap, hands it off, no gain, stuffed at the point of attack. Austin Eckler lost a yard on the play. It'll be second and goal from the 2.
Yeah, on that last play, Roquan Smith has to get more depth and then follow the quarterback eyes. That'll put him in better position. But they still got a great opportunity to hold him here, because I would think they're going to try to go for it on 4 downs.
13-12 left in the ball game. Ravens lead by 2 touchdowns. Washington will split the tight end Ertz far to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Confusion on the Ravens defense. They scramble to get set. Daniels takes the snap, sprints to the right side. He's drilled at the 2-yard line. Kyle Van Noy and Roquan Smith cut the rookie in half for no gain.
All the confusion against the Ravens defense.
A flag is down on the far side of the field. Oh, what a hit on Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is razor thin.
Illegal formation. Offense number 73, who reported as eligible, was covered at the end of the line. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator, got a little cute with his formation.
I tell you, it looked like the Ravens were confused about exactly where they were going, but that confusion kind of helped them because they had a couple unblocked players going right to Daniels, who ran that quarterback sweep.
The penalty backs Washington up into a second and goal from the 6. Nate Wiggins checks in on the defense. Commanders bunch 3 receivers to the left inside the numbers. Now McLaurin moves outside the numbers to the left. Jaden Daniels wants to throw, being chased by Kyle Van Noy, and he's got to chuck the ball out of bounds. There won't be a flag on the play because Austin Eckler was in the vicinity as Kyle Van Noy had the quarterback backed up and almost got him to the turf, but Daniels was able to throw the ball out of bounds.
Well, remember earlier in the game that Eckler ran that same route. They had that same formation. They took Eckler, kind of ran him on a rail route, and Ertz, they ran him on that little 7-cut. That time they had it covered.
7-cut is the deep out. And now the Washington Commanders with a third and goal from the Ravens 6. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Daniels takes the snap, fires quickly. It's tapped incomplete. Nate Wiggins got a hand on a ball that was intended for Noah Brown, and Washington faces a 4th and goal from the 6.
That was really good coverage by Nate Wiggins. knowing they're going to run a slant, staying inside, staying on the upfield shoulder, and getting that ball batted down.
And the Commanders will go for it on 4th down and goal from the 6. Tight end and 2 receivers come to the right. Terry McLaurin alone, split wide of the numbers to the left. Listen to this crowd. John Harbaugh wants a timeout.
Yeah, that's a good idea by Coach.
Tell us why.
I would think that you got to think that they're going to isolate McLaurin on the outside against Brandon Stevens. So you want to make sure that you show a little coverage over there and maybe come back in to try to get Jaden Daniels off of him early in the route.
So John Harbaugh and Dan Quinn playing a little chess. 4th quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Toyota. Here's where we stand. 12:16 to play in the Battle of the Beltways. Ravens lead it 27-13. Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Commanders, is going to go for it on 4th and goal from the Ravens 6. Trying to cut into the Ravens' 2-touchdown lead. You're going to stop here, and your offense can put this game away. You don't get to stop, and the Commanders are right back in it.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're going to run man-to-man or some type of zone or a double-double for Zach Gore and his defense.
Terry McLaurin splits alone to the left. He's checked by Brandon Stevens. Jaden Daniels in the shotgun on 4th and goal. Pumps once, throws to the end zone. It is caught by McLaurin, who was covered by Brandon Stevens. And on 4th and goal, Jaden Daniels throws a perfect pass that puts Washington right back in this game.
I mean, really good coverage by Brandon Stevens. I said that's the option they had. I would have showed coverage over there to try to get him off of McLaurin, but outstanding throw and catch and outstanding coverage by Brandon Stevens, and he was right there. You can't ask more of Brandon Stevens going out there and making that type of play. Just a better throw and catch.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. His kick is partially blocked, but it sails through the uprights and is good. And with 12-12 left to play, it is a one-score game. Ravens 27, Washington 20 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
At Toyota, reliability is our legacy. Like the all-new, fully redesigned 25 Camry, the best just got better. Or a Corolla, fun to drive, styled to be seen. Or an adventure-ready RAV4, available with all-wheel drive. Or check out a new Tacoma or the rugged Tundra. Find out more at buyatoyota.com. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
And now, fantasy football tips from the Maryland Lottery. Don't be afraid to ask for advice.
Your first pick? Quarterback.
No. All the good running backs go first.
All the more reason to steal a QB.
I'm telling you, auto draft. I'm pretty sure it's how the real teams do it.
Or just change your game to Ravens Scratch-Offs. You could win up to $200,000 instantly. Or great second chance prizes like season tickets for 20 years. No drafting required. Please play responsibly.
Hey, do you want to tackle COVID this season? Ask your pharmacist or doctor about how a non-mRNA vaccine can help. Ravens Radio is brought to you in part by Novavax, your local vaccine company and a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Don't punt on getting your COVID vaccination this season. Learn more at ChooseNovavax.com. That's Novavax.com.
This is Mark Andrews, tight end for the Baltimore Ravens. As an athlete living with type 1 diabetes, I understand that life can get busy. Your health is a priority, and we're here to help. The Ravens, GEHA, and Novo Nordisk have created the Purple Ticket to Health program to empower you to take action towards a healthier lifestyle. Take the first step by completing a short assessment and get the chance to win great Ravens prizes. Score your Purple Ticket today by visiting BaltimoreRavens.com/Purple Ticket.
Fourth quarter of today's broadcast brought to you by Toyota. And it is as close as most anticipated, though not really the game a lot of people expected in terms of fireworks. 12-12 to play. Ravens up a touchdown, 27-20. They had a chance at a knockout shot, but Jaden Daniels, the impressive rookie quarterback for Washington, throwing a fourth down strike in the end zone to Terry McLaurin. Great coverage by Brandon Stevens on the play, but an even better throw and route. And Washington climbs right back into it, making it a one-score game. So now it's up to the offense to burn clock and make it a two-score game again. Off to Seibert will kick. Taken at the goal line. Justice Hill crossed the 15, hit at the 20, and taken down at the 22-yard line. Injury update. Defensive tackle Jonathan Allen for the Commanders has been ruled out with a pectoral injury. As Lamar Jackson and the offense come on the field. So from Lamar and the offense, we have seen a couple of huge drives today. A 93-yard touchdown drive and a 94-yard touchdown drive.
And they need to answer that Commanders drive. They need to come back out on their own, because we've known so far in this early part of the season, in the fourth quarter, somewhere along the line, everything doesn't go great. But they got to make sure that they find their footing and go down the field and put some points back on the board.
Power I formation. Ricard in front of Henry. Toss to Henry, right side, gets a block, crosses the 25. He's out to the 30-yard line, and a 9-yard gain for the King to start this drive. That's 550 pounds coming your way when you have Pat Ricard leading the way for Derrick Henry, and you're a cornerback on the island.
There's nothing you can do besides get on some skates and move backwards.
Because if you don't, they will. They'll mark it as an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Same formation, double tight ends left. I formation behind Lamar, who sets under center. Gives it to Henry, running up the middle. He's got a hole. He's to the 35, and that's a first down. That is exactly what the Ravens offense wants to do on this drive. You've heard me say this in the past if you've listened to our broadcast. Now is the part of the game where you have to start thinking strategically about time. Every first down by the offense can burn 2 minutes off the clock. As you get deeper into the fourth quarter, it will force the opponent to start going through their first downs. Both teams with 2 first downs as we dip under 11 minutes left in this game. 3 receivers split left inside the numbers. Lamar in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Washington rushes 5. Lamar throws. He's got a man across midfield, and it is caught at the 48-yard line. That is Rashad Bateman who makes the reception, and the Ravens move the chains.
Yeah, I like that pass combination, because you had Zay Flowers going a deep over route, and then Bateman just found that deep window right in between the numbers and the hash. And Zay, one thing that Lamar did, he's done a tremendous job of throwing that ball to him and then concentrating. When you're that open, sometimes you just don't concentrate all the way through it, and Bateman did so.
3 catches for Bateman today, 53 yards. We have not heard from Zay Flowers here in the second half. Power I formation. The give is to Henry running up the middle. Derrick Henry slams into the line, but he is driven back by Deron Payne. And they're going to mark that as a gain of maybe 2. They'll officially mark it as a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for the Ravens at the Washington 47. Ravens moving from our right to left as the shadows from the light stanchions now creep across the field, moving from the near sideline, the Ravens sideline, in the direction of the far sideline, the Washington sideline. Flowers and Aguilar split to the right. Likely and Bateman split to the left. Lamar wants to throw from the shotgun. Blitz pressure coming. Lamar fires across the middle, complete to Bateman. He's at the 35. 30, hits the brakes, cuts back, and is taken down at the Washington 29-yard line. First down, Ravens.
Yeah, I would love to see. Great play, great throw, great route. Love to see Bateman just keep running across the field, telling the DB, you have to catch me.
An 18-yard gain, the second big catch of this drive by Rashad Bateman. Ravens came into this season thinking Bateman was going to be the guy that they thought he was when they drafted it. So far, he's showing himself to be that. He has become an impact player this year. Power I formation, double tight ends to the left. Pat Ricard in front of Derrick Henry. Lamar from under center. Tosses to Henry, sweeping to the left, looking for an opening, and he drags a couple of tacklers down to the 26-yard line.
Oh, I can tell you what, if they run a fake toss like that, the edge rusher folded early. So whoever's in the booth talking to Todd Munkin's in the booth, but whoever's talking to him, seeing the play and seeing what the defense is doing, take advantage of the aggressive play by the Commanders' defense.
Gain of 4 by Derrick Henry. The Ravens offense working the clock. 8 minutes left in the game. Lamar will spread it out. Zay Flowers wide to the left. Bateman wide to the right. Jackson fakes a handoff. Tries to keep it on the read option and gets buried in the backfield. All the way back at the 30-yard line as Dante Fowler wasn't buying the fake.
And that's what you should do, though, as a defense. If you're putting the ball in the belly of the running back, you're telling your defensive ends who are crashing down to hit the quarterback first.
The Ravens will lose a few yards and face a 3rd down at 11 with 7:12 left in the game. 6 seconds on the play clock. Lamar takes the snap in the shotgun, throws to the left. It is caught, likely turns the corner, and he's going to be stopped a yard shy of the first down. He had to get to the 19. They're going to mark him closer to the 21. It'll be 4th and 2, and here comes Justin Tucker to try to make it a 2-score lead with 6:48 left to play in the game.
That was a good throw and catch. Likely almost got to that first down. But you bring in Mr. Automatic in between the 30, a 29-yard field goal.
This will be a 39-yard try.
Or 39, excuse me.
From the left hash mark.
He's 3 for 3.
Tucker from 39. It is up. It is right through the uprights and good. 6:18 left to play in Baltimore. At our score now, Ravens 30. Washington 20 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats, you'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info. Hey Ravens fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Ravens football games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free-piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Justin Tucker's 3rd field goal of the afternoon. He has hit from 45, 32, and now 39. And he is proving every bit as valuable as he has always been, because his 9 points a major part of a 10-point Ravens lead. 30-20, Ravens with a 2-score advantage with 6:18 left to play. It's up to the defense now to shut the door on Washington.
Yeah, they got to believe this the rest of this game. It's 4-down territory throughout the whole field.
Tucker's kick will go deep, be taken for another touchback, and Washington will start the drive at their 30-yard line. An absolutely spectacular Sunday in Baltimore as we approach mid-October. Who would have expected temperatures in the 80s and a cloudless blue sky? Well, right now, all eyes turn from the sky to the clock. 6:18 left to play. The Ravens with a 2-score lead. We have talked ad nauseum about the number of 2-score leads the Ravens have squandered in the fourth quarter. They've blown 10 of them in the last 3 years. Chance to change that narrative today. Jaden Daniels throws on first down. It is complete at the 43-yard line of Washington. And coming down with it is Terry McLaurin. So the Commanders start this drive the way the last drive ended.
And they're just sitting in those deep windows that the Ravens defense is playing, especially when you're playing zones. But Brandon Stevens has to squeeze that a little bit faster.
Ravens with a single deep safety. Austin Eckler darts through the hole on the carry. He'll get about 4 yards on the play. Out to the 46-yard line of the Commanders. We'll mark it a 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7 for Cliff Kingsbury's offense.
And for the Ravens, you can't play passive. You got to play like you want to win the football game, in a sense, not playing this old shell defense, keeping everything in front of you, which you want to do, but still be aggressive to the receivers and the quarterback.
Daniels has 3 receivers set tight to the left, 1 split to the right. The rookie takes the snap, looking to throw, pocket collapsing. He spins, gets out of a sack, but now he's taken down at the 44-yard line. As the Ravens come up huge, Yannick Ngakoue with his first sack in his second interim as a Raven.
Ngakoue got back there so quick on the right-hand side of the defense, did a great job of bending that inside shoulder and getting back there to Daniels.
He spun him, and then he held onto his jersey to bring him to the turf. So Yannick Ngakoue, now in his second stint as a Raven, backs up Washington into a 3rd and 10. 4:32 left to play. Jaden Daniels throws across the middle, complete, but a flag is down in the backfield as Zach Ertz is taken down after a 7-yard gain. And preliminary signal is holding. It'll either be 4th and 3.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And the Ravens take the penalty, so it's 3rd and 20. Adafe Owe was coming off the edge, and the right tackle just had to grab him because he had a clear path to Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah, he had to grab that inside shoulder, yank him down.
Obvious passing situation. If you're the Ravens secondary, you got to be looking for a ball coming your way.
You got to be aggressive to the ball when it's in the air.
This is where a pick.
You got to think they're going to try to sit down in these small windows and get half the first down or half the yardage.
Jaden Daniels on 3rd and 20 throws. It is caught for a short gain at the 41-yard line. Coming up with a reception for the Washington Commanders was Olamide Zaccheaus. And now the Commanders are looking for a 4th and 12 with 4:06 left to play.
And the Ravens secondary, they got to understand that if they try to get too deep, they're just going to sit down in front of the first down marker. And if you're the rushers, you just can't get too far up the field to allow Jaden Daniels to step back up and to extend the plays with his feet.
Crowd is on its feet. 4th and 12. Jaden Daniels throwing deep. Near side. Ravens 30. It is incomplete, but a flag is down.
The call came from to the...
Noah Brown was the target.
That is a terrible call.
Nate Wiggins
from
had the
a guy
coverage.
that's 25 yards away. How do you make that call?
Interference on Nate Wiggins.
We've had that call twice so far this year. Oh, he's holding his shoulder. He is. He's grabbed his right shoulder pad.
Yeah, you could on the replay you can see when the receiver's shoulder pad suddenly becomes visible. There's only one way that can happen, and that's if the defender is grabbing his jersey.
But I don't understand why you're playing tight man to man in that situation where you need to keep everything in front of you.
And just like the last drive, when the Ravens have their shot at a put-away play, they can't come through, and Washington stays alive with 3:42 left to play. Ball now at the Ravens' 35-yard line. Jaden Daniels starts to run to the right, nowhere to go. Ravens corral him and drop him for a sack back at the 38-yard line. Nnamdi Madubuike getting there. And the Ravens with a third sack for science, powered by Constellation.
Yeah, they're getting after him. They're making him very uncomfortable in the pocket, and that's the job for that front seven, making him uncomfortable.
Michael Pierce also in on the sack. 2nd and 12, 3:10 left to play. Jaden Daniels off the fake handoff, under pressure, pirouettes, scrambling to the left, extending, looking to extend. Now he's going to run. It'll get out of bounds at the 32-yard line, stopping the clock with 2:59 left to play. Keep in mind, the Commanders burned a timeout on their first drive of the second half, so Washington is down to 2 timeouts. But we are under 3 minutes left to play. The Ravens lead by 10, 30-20.
They have to keep everything in their front. They can never, as a corner or nickel, you cannot play on the low hip because Jaden Daniels has an opportunity to make a play. So you have to keep everything in front of you as a defense to make him have some checkdowns.
John Harbaugh has to call timeout.
Roquan Smith is trying to call it in the middle of the field, but he cannot call it. Only the head coach can call it.
Timeout. Baltimore. Their second of the half.
So the
30 seconds in length.
Ravens down to 1 timeout. Washington with 2 timeouts. And that was not so much a strategic timeout as it was the Ravens were having a hard time getting set up on defense. Here's where we stand. 2:59 left to play. Week 6. Ravens came in at 3-2. Washington at 4-1. Ravens rode a 3-game win streak into this 6th week of the season. Washington rode a 4-game win streak. And the Ravens lead it 30-20. Washington looking at a 3rd and 8 from the Ravens' 33. Jaden Daniels, the rookie, 2nd pick overall in this year's draft, 24 of 35 for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So the question would be, if you don't get the first down, do you kick a field goal since it's 2 scores?
From here, you're looking at about a 53-yard field goal. Jaden Daniels to throw in the shotgun. Pocket collapsing. He escapes. Runs to the right. Tries to juke a man, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds by Roquan Smith at the 31-yard line. That is far shy of a first down. But it does stop the clock with 2:52 left to play, and Washington will bring the field goal team on to try to make it a 1-score game. This will be a 49-yard try for Austin Seibert.
Now you're looking for Brent Urban or Ben Cleveland to get those big paws up from the from the length that they have.
So far today, Seibert has hit from 42 and 55. He missed from 52. A 49-yard try for Austin Seibert. His kick on the way. It has the distance, and it is good. And with 2:48 left to play, it is now a 1-score Ravens lead. Ravens 30, Washington 23. And we're back to a 1-score game. And the onus of the day now shifts back to the Ravens offense.
Yeah, this is going to be critical the first couple plays. And you got to think, the Commanders' defense, they're going to be extremely aggressive after the football. And that's when you can use that aggression against them. You can show them the ball going one way, come in the opposite direction. So misdirections in this last series can be critical for getting the first down. If we can get the first down, you can get a victory.
Washington has 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So the Commanders have 3 clock stops. The Ravens need a couple of first downs. and they can secure the win. First look at Jaden Daniels, every bit as impressive as you thought he would be?
Absolutely. I think he's poised for a young quarterback, doesn't get rattled.
Seibert's kick will sail into the end zone, and Hardy will let it sit down there. He takes it for a touchback, and the Ravens with 2:48 left to play have the ball at their 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the offense with a chance to put this one in the win column.
Like to see the creativity come from Todd Monken here on this last drive.
We'd like to get a first down right out of the gate to force Dan Quinn to burn a timeout ahead of the 2-minute warning. Pat Ricard sets to the left side of the line. Double tight in front. Derrick Henry. First down, he'll carry. Cuts it inside the tackle, lunges over the 30-yard line marker, and is out to the 32. Gain of only 2, and Dan Quinn uses one of his 2 remaining timeouts. Ronnie Stanley slow getting up to his feet.
Timeout. Washington. They're second of the half. It'll be 30 seconds.
Remember the training staff looking at Derrick Henry. Because it's a timeout, a trainer can look at Ronnie Stanley without Stanley coming out of the game.
And again, they ran that stretch play to the left-hand side. The edge player again crashed. So if they ran a boot, you're going to have some freedom for him to throw or pass the ball for Lamar.
Ronnie Stanley stays in the game. The Ravens are looking at a 2nd and 8. 2:44 left to play. The ball is at the Ravens 32. They're moving from our right to left in the direction of the Russell Street end zone. They set in a power I formation. Lamar under center. Ricard in front of Henry. Quick toss to Henry. Has a gap. He's across the 40.
Oh, he's gone.
He's out to the midfield. Spins his way all the way down to the Washington 40-yard line. And the King is holding court again. Derrick Henry.
That toss sweep, that is like the old school toss sweep, toss crack, whatever you want to call it. Him coming downhill, and once he finds that gap, once he finds that seam, he does a tremendous job, and he's smart of not going out of bounds, spinning back in bounds to keep the clock running.
A 27-yard gain, and that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. And the Ravens are just about at the knockout shot now. 2-minute warning is here. 2 minutes left to play with the Ravens in front of Washington, 30-23 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Here's your host, Jerry Recco.
Welcome inside our Progressive Insurance Studios. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. Struggled with Dallas, and he's hoping to turn the tables on them.
BAL Radio mobile app or on Amazon. This is the online stream for WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
2 minutes left to play. 2 minutes left to play. Ravens in front of the Commanders, 30-23. We come out of the 2-minute warning. The Ravens have it 1st and 10 at the Washington 41. The Commanders have one timeout left. There's no reason to think the Ravens will do anything but run the ball here, especially on first down, because then you force Dan Quinn to burn his final timeout.
Yeah, I think if they do anything else, I think the fans are going to let everybody know it. But the smart thing, this is a smart coaching staff for the Baltimore Ravens. They know how to win football games, and especially these close ones. Run the football 3 straight times, make them use the timeout.
And the closer is out there, Derrick Henry. Deep back in the eye. Double tight end front. Gives to Henry running up the middle. Sidesteps one tackler and drags a Commander with him down to the 37-yard line. Dan Quinn uses his final timeout, stopping the clock with 1:56 left to play.
Timeout. Washington, their 3rd and final of the half. It'll be 30 seconds in length.
Now the Ravens are on the outer edge of field goal range if they need to be. Even if you just run the ball a couple of times, you can get the clock down to the skinny seconds before you'd have to trot Justin Tucker out for a put-away field goal. Dan Quinn is hoping for some type of a turnover.
Yeah, they just got to make sure if Derrick Henry gets 2 more carries, he has to make sure he secures the football. Everybody's going to be trying to strip after the football.
Ravens remain in that power I formation. Kohler to the left of the line, likely to the right side. Ricard in front of Henry. Gives to Henry, sweeping to the left, cuts inside the numbers, churns his knees and powers his way down to the 32-yard line. He'll be just shy of the first down. The Ravens will be looking at a 3rd down and 1. 30 seconds on the play clock, 1:38 on the game clock, so the Ravens don't have to snap the ball until about 1:10 left to play in the game. The Commanders are out of timeouts. A first down will do it.
And if you're Commanders, you think you're going to blitz the run to try to get this thing to be stopped. You have no other alternative.
From here, you're looking at a 50-yard field goal, but you don't even want to have to try the field goal. And now John Harbaugh takes a timeout, buying his offensive coordinator Todd Monken more time and his players a chance to catch their breath for what could very well be the final play. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
Well, the number 1 yardage offense in the NFL, the Ravens, against the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL, Washington. And the Ravens have the upper hand in both categories right now. They've outgained Washington 484 yards to 305, but it comes down to this. 1:10 left to play. Ravens with a 3rd and 1. Backs offset. Lamar from under center. Fakes the handoff to Henry. Sprints to the left. Gets around the corner. He's got the first down. Takes a late hit from Jeremy Chin.
That's dirty. That's dirty. He knew he was going out of bounds, and to make the hit, that's why everybody's mad.
We're going to wait till they sort this one out. John Harbaugh yelling at the officials. Where's the penalty flag? Jeremy Chin came and hit Lamar after Lamar had 2 feet on the sideline. Let's wait till they sort this one out. Lamar comes around the edge.
And he slows down.
He slows down. He gives himself up. Let's see where they mark it. We're still waiting for the official marking of the ball. Our referee, Land Clark.
Please reset the clock for 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Oh, no, he wasn't out of bounds. He had both his feet in bounds. It's just, as a player, you know he's going out. Lamar's laughing, so he's not hurt.
They reset the clock to 1:05, but it doesn't matter. Lamar with a first down, and with 1:05 left to play in the Battle of the Beltways, the hay's in the barn. And now you can safely go find your beltway of choice as we look to Week 7. It was Washington who came in on a 4-game win streak. It's the Ravens who go out on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, the Ravens offensively played outstanding. I thought their defense made some great plays out there, made it tough on the receivers to get open. The toughest game that Jaden Daniels was faced so far in his young career, showing a lot of different looks, tight coverage on the back end, getting after him on the front end, getting sacked multiple times.
Victory formation for the Ravens, who will have to take 2 snaps. There's the first. And the second forthcoming. As the Ravens are going to take down Washington today, 30-23. One last snap awaiting. John Harbaugh and his staff can turn their attention to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a week from tomorrow night on the road. Here's the final snap of the game. Lamar takes a snap, takes a knee, and can take off in the locker room with the 4th consecutive win. The Ravens improve to 4-2. Washington falls to 4-2. As the Ravens win it this afternoon, our final score, Ravens 30, Washington 23 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's the land of the free and the home of student drivers ready to back into your new fence at any given time. It's firing up a round of burgers and dogs on your rusty grill with a faulty gas line that engulfs your tool shed in flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
The crowd, and they have traveled well again today.
No doubt about it. But here's the thing. I will say both teams are in very similar situations to where they were last year when they faced each other. Both teams are still trying to find their identity offensively and quarterback-wise.
Yeah, no question. And both teams had decisions to make this week at the quarterback position. And Antonio Pierce made the switch. Gardner Minshew to Aiden O'Connell. Russell Wilson is off the injured list for the first time this season. He is active. But Mike Tomlin in his 18th season leading the Steelers decided not to make the switch, despite the fact that Justin Fields had his worst performance in a Steelers uniform last week, just 55%